It's not one of them. Because you're right. Garrett Cole having to answer this would be, it would be, wow. I don't know how to answer that. No, that was my thumb. It was pointed down, but sometimes I do that, and I was not high chair. No, I didn't need to ride home. True, no. My left thumb was up, but you didn't see. Okay, yeah, I do use the stuff. All right, here's CeeLo. What do you got?
By the way, real quick, how about him Friday night?
You finished with exactly 200 strikeouts. Did you know going into that final inning that you were that close to the milestone?
Either yes or no.
Yeah.
It's almost as if he was thinking
do
to
I want
himself.
to tell you the truth?
I don't know if I want to admit this.
All right, yes.
All right, fine, you got me.
Yep.
Did you eat a cookie last night out of the cookie jar? Yes.
Yeah, you got me.
Sonny, there's chocolate all over your face. Did you go reach into mommy's brownies last night? Yes, I did. By the way, we're on SNY now. What's up? And that's courtesy of Grubhub. CeeLo, what do we got?
All right, a couple more pieces of audio from this Mets thing, not to, belabor the point, but it happened.
Too late for that.
I know. Well, it happened to Luis Rojas again because he spoke after Javy Baez yesterday, and again, as has happened so many times this season, he's walking into a surprise where he just has no idea what's going on.
Louis, do you think it's a good idea for players to essentially boo the fans? Is that a good tone to set?
The what? I'm sorry?
I mean, do you think it's a good idea for Baez says the thumbs down is basically players booing the fans?
No, I didn't know that.
All right, so, well, now that you do.
There's a small part of me that feels bad
I feel
for him.
terrible
It's
for him.
tiny.
I'm not mocking him
Rojas?
here.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, by the way, back on September 6th in Philadelphia, Baez had a leadoff single.
Yeah.
I apologize. August 6th back in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Baez had a leadoff single to start the second.
Yes.
So he's on first base. The SNY camera crew cuts to the dugout, and there's Francisco Lindor. And let me just make sure there's anyone else doing it. Francisco Lindor goes right to the thumbs down, and then Baez gives the thumbs down. Almost as if he's being told to do it by Lindor.
That's why Francisco Lindor is the Wizard of Oz when it comes to the New York Mets.
Guess you missed
He
where I
is the
came
man
in.
behind the curtain.
90 minutes ago and told you that.
I just saw that for the first time today.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this. Trevor May has given an alternate explanation for the thumbs down.
Is it based on my tweeting him, thumbs down, saying
It's
so,
based
Trevor?
on someone named Benjamin Button tweeting him about the thumbs down. And Trevor May has decided to respond to Benjamin by saying, quote, I've explained this 50 times, but I'm going to do it again.
Good.
We do it to each other, not to you. We took the boo and made it ours. Used it to light a fire, and I threw it up with a couple of others when we took the lead the other night because, in exclamation points, I want to, in capital letters, I want to win, but go off.
That's all well and good. The problem is his teammate went out and said the opposite after the game yesterday.
We all understand that. Like, Trevor May has come out with a fine alternate story.
And by the way, that
to the
would be
thumbs
great.
down.
Hey, it's the rallying cry. We're firing each other up. And maybe they are. But what Baez said yesterday changes
and here's
the narrative.
why. Remember when the Yankees did it with Todd Frazier?
But that was completely different.
I'm saying,
Because that was
my point is, they were in lockstep on what it was.
Yeah, but wait a second. Here's the
These
thing
guys
that,
aren't.
Right, but here's the thing that, CeeLo, you may be wrong about this. Give this a thought.
Okay.
So just for people who forgot, 4 years ago, where the thumbs down came from for the Yankees, which was their rallying cry, was a Yankee-Rays game at Citi Field. They had to play it at Citi because Tropicana Field, I think, had a hurricane, or Florida had a hurricane.
Yeah.
And there was a Met fan there that after Todd Frazier got a big hit was giving a thumbs down because he was a Met fan.
Went viral.
I was at that game, too. I thought it was awesome.
Yes.
So it went viral, and then the Yankees jokingly used it as their rallying cry.
Not against their own fan base.
Exactly. Even if Trevor May's story is true, we took the boo and made it ours. There would still be Met fans who were bothered by it.
Yeah, to me, though, again, I'm not a Met fan, so I can't speak for the Met fan. Obviously, you can. But at least that's hey, we're trying to turn it into a positive. We're trying to channel the energy into something positive that's useful.
They failed
for
at
the team,
that.
right?
And if that's going to be the new excuse, it's too late because Javy Baez already put out, the the definition of it. So you can't come out now and go, he's doing it to boo you, but I'm doing it to lift him up.
Kevin Pillar and Trevor May are trying to walk it back. Obviously, Lindor's nowhere to be seen. He doesn't, I mean, Lindor, can you find him? It's like, where's Waldo? Where the hell is he? Captain, leader of the team. We never hear from him. It'd be nice to hear from him, the $340 million man. I don't know where he's hiding. If anyone has a tip, where's Francisco Lindor? Certainly let us know. But May and Pillar, too little, too late.
Yeah, unfortunately. By the way, thank you to Alfredo Ortiz. The sandwich I was eating earlier, the cheeseburger on a sub, actually has a name. It's called the chopped cheese sandwich. Didn't know that. So I learned something new, but it's frankly delicious.
So Benjamin Button didn't send the sandwich?
Benjamin Button didn't send me anything. No, thank you.
All right, so yeah, this has been all the rage, especially after the Sandy Alderson
Do you remember
statement
what
comes
movie
out last
Coach
night.
Boone was in?
Yeah, remember the Titans.
My
of
man,
course. Do you remember what his first name was?
You didn't know Donda, but you knew that. Good for you.
Do either of you remember what his first name was?
Coach.
No. Come on.
No, it was Herman.
Herman.
That's right.
There you go.
Tommy in the air again.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Go
All
ahead.
right, here's John and Susan last night on the Yankee broadcast, of course, and they basically went into talk show mode on the Mets.
He said that the fans boo us when we do something bad, so we're going to boo the fans when we do something good.
How silly.
I mean
and how entitled. I mean, don't they realize the fans pay their salary? Pay all of our salaries. They weren't any fans, it wouldn't be baseball.
Major League Baseball, at least.
He's right.
And then,
He's right about that. But they don't realize that there's always been, not just for baseball players, to be fair, there's always going to be and will be that disconnect. The players
pro athletes.
do not view the fans as the ones paying their salary. They never have.
Right. Susan wasn't done.
And then he stands up there or sits there and says something like, the fans here need to do better. Can you imagine telling New York fans?
No,
Not to boo, are these guys in a cave? They just came from going 2-11. It's just
the players don't get it. First of all, they're paid so much. Not the players, some players, and obviously he's one of them.
And he's talking about Baez there.
Good for them.
Good for them. And you know what, Craig and CeeLo, they enjoyed saying that.
Damn right they did.
They enjoyed that.
Especially because it wasn't the Yankees.
Right.
Like, they may have felt that way in the past about a Yankee player here or there, who knows? But they would never dare do it. Now, it's the Mets. It's what we all agree. So they're playing to the mob.
Yeah.
And there's a chance to get a couple of digs in.
Yeah.
You know, someone told me, I don't know if this is true or not, that people that were parking under the Grand Central Parkway at Citi Field the other night were being messed with by Met staff wearing Met security type jackets, saying, threatening them with, we're going to call the cops to make sure you get towed.
I got that same message. I got a message from a guy who was saying that he was also mocked for the kind of car he was driving, and they were basically saying, come on, pay the money. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And they followed him until he went into a Met parking lot.
Apparently,
Crazy, right?
Listen, people for 100 years have tried to park outside of the lot because it's less expensive or it's free.
Right.
So before I say this 100% happened, a couple people reached out to me on Twitter saying that they were kind of bothered by what they claimed were people in Met security uniforms or jackets, giving them a hard time for parking without parking at Citi Field and paying the $40.
Yes, I got the same message.
All right, so we're on the same. So again, I don't know if it did happen. If it did, it's just another bad look for this franchise.
Yeah.
That's more Wilpon-esque.
Yeah, that is what.
Yeah, I don't see Steve Cohen, blessing that or saying, go round up some free parkers and make them feel bad about it. I need $40.
One last one here. Someone sent this to us from July 10th. Lindor post-game after he hit a grand slam, and he was asked what he was thinking about as he rounded the bases.
It just sucks getting booed. It's that simple. I want to do the best I can do every single day to help the team win. And I was just listening to see if I was going to get booed.
No, I remember this.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. He's always been sensitive to it. That's why him hatching this plan with his buddy, hey, let's boo them back. It's purely him. He's been talking about being booed all year, and he's never gone too far with it, but he's always shown a sensitivity to it.
And you know what? I completely understand that part of it, and I get no one wants to be booed by the home fans. It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't help you play better. So I get all of that, but when it escalates to the level it did now,
you know what?
and yesterday.
This is not even about campaigning for him to be the manager. Carlos Beltran needs to speak to him. Because there's a guy who really experienced
You love
it.
Carlos Beltran.
No, dude, Craig, he experienced it.
You love Carlos Beltran. Why shouldn't Piazza talk to him?
Because
you love Carlos Beltran.
Here's why. Because Mike Piazza, was being booed when he was succeeding. And I think that's completely different. Okay?
Yeah. Plus,
and
he probably
number
doesn't
two,
know who Piazza is.
Maybe not. And number two, Carlos Beltran obviously reacted negatively to it. Mike Piazza never truly did.
Yeah.
Carlos Beltran, there's a moment when he refused to give the curtain call. So
right.
clearly, there was a time where it affected
Now,
Carlos.
if I remember that story correctly, I don't want to go in the weeds on it. I thought David Wright supported him not going out for the curtain call.
I think his teammates are trying to convince him to go out for the curtain call.
I remembered it differently. I could be wrong. It's rare that I am, but in this I could be.
Very rare.
Well, I'll ask David Wright myself.
Never wrong.
I wouldn't say never, but never.
Let me ask you a question. I know that this will never happen, but I'm just curious since you've been so opinionated.
Yeah.
As a diehard Yankee fan, would you go Lindor for Giancarlo right now?
Lindor for Giancarlo Stanton today?
Yeah. Well,
nope.
Not today.
No, I would not.
October 15th.
No, I would not. Sorry.
That's a really good question.
No, I wouldn't.
You would
It's
not?
It's a dumb question.
Why is it dumb?
Because it makes no sense.
We know it's not going to happen, but it is interesting.
Who does it not make sense for?
If it doesn't make sense for me as a Yankee fan.
That's completely hogwash.
I'm going
It
to
doesn't
get a great shortstop this offseason.
Yeah,
for
who?
less than 10 years and $341.
Oh, so you're just assuming you're going to sign Trevor Story, you're going to sign...
I'm gonna get one of them.
You're not signing Carlos Correa. You're not going down that road.
I'm going to get somebody for less than 10,
Okay,
$341.
if that's your answer, fine, but then
Then
you'd
that's my
also-
answer.
Yeah,
So
but
let
you-
it be fine. Stop
No,
talking.
but you're also you're getting rid of the Giancarlo contract that you have spent...
I love Giancarlo Stanton. Now that he's playing outfield, that's my guy.
Yeah, where are you playing, Steve? Stanton's going to play $150 in the outfield?
I never
for you?
said I would do it. I'm asking him
Well,
as a
yeah,
Yankee
DH is
fan.
coming
So
to the
we happen to be in
National League,
agreement on
I
that.
would not make that trade. I'm asking you.
I would not make that
Because
trade.
you're the Stanton
You definitely
hater.
wouldn't make that trade.
I would not make... No, I would
Right.
not make the trade. It's not interesting for me to answer.
He's
'cause
playing 30 games for
It's
you.
interesting for you to answer as somebody that has spent so much time lambasting Giancarlo.
That's my guy.
Crushing the guy.
That's right.
And now you're saying, nah, I'm good.
You know why?
I'll keep-
Because here's what I learned about Giancarlo Stanton. He's going to anger the hell out of me. There's no doubt about it. But that guy can be motivated. And when he's motivated, there's not a lot of guys I'd rather have up than him. And I happen to be his motivator.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I got a
a
call from the
spin
Yankees
job.
over the weekend. Asked me what my ring size was.
There's no way. You imagine that?
There you go. I'm going
Imagine
to
the
rock it,
Yankees.
too. I'm going to put that bauble out right here on the microphone and rock it. Oh, what's that in your hand, Craig? A championship ring? Why'd you get it? I'm the official Stanton motivator.
I hate to say this because I have respect for the Yankees. I have respect for a guy like C-Mac. The Yankees cannot win the World Series this year. It cannot happen. We can't live in a world in which the New York Yankees, in a year in which Craig Carton jumped on the bandwagon, wins the World Series. You want to win next year? I get it. You want to win the year after? I get it. This season in particular.
Yeah.
I mean this with peace and love to
Get
all
ready for
Yankee
it.
fans. You cannot win the World Series this year.
They've already asked me to MC the party.
Listen to this. You see what I'm saying?
What's up, New York?
He's narrating the DVD.
Yeah. Remember when they had Jay-Z out there singing? Remember when they had Jay-Z out there last time? What's up, New York? Yeah! Go crazy, New York. Go crazy.
By the way, you see what just happened there with Evan?
What happened?
He goes, I respect the Yankee fans, guy like C-Mac.
Yeah. You're like, not, you don't
It's
exist
like
because
I'm
he
not even
bullies
here.
you. He doesn't like you.
Unbelievable.
No. If we were talking about the New York Rangers, he'd be one of the
That's your
guys
guy?
top of my
All
list.
right.
I don't
Well, you just
associate
what?
you as a diehard Yankee fan the way C-Mac is.
So listen, you come.
personal.
By the way, I have a +1, CeeLo. You can be my +1.
Not C-Mac?
What's up, New York? Yeah! In New York. Oh, God. Concrete jungles where dreams are made of. Yeah.
That was 13 years ago, dude. God.
Here's my +1. Crystal Preston, everybody. Oh, boy. That'd be great. Now, coming up on the stage, I want to welcome Giancarlo. Can I get a 1-1? Oh, it's going to be great.
You got to win the wild card game first, Craig.
Wild card.
Yeah, you got to win that one first.
Yeah, we don't lose wild card games.
Except 2015.
2-1, baby. 2-1. What else you got, CeeLo?
All right, so people are trying to poke holes in this Deshaun Watson to the Dolphins story now,
I mean, poke
which we know
away.
you've been all over it. So Charles Robinson from Yahoo, I guess, is the guy who put it out there over the weekend, and he has now gone all in. So here's his tweet from today. Can't state it any more clearly. My Watson reporting is from high-level sourcing in 5 teams. Dolphins, Texans, Broncos, Eagles, Panthers, and inside Watson's camp. I challenge the Dolphins to state on the record that they have not spoken to Houston about a Watson deal in camp.
Well, of course they've talked. But wait a second.
No, there we go.
Of course the Miami Dolphins would be talking about a Deshaun Watson trade. Deshaun Watson's a hell of a quarterback. You should have those discussions.
Right.
As should the Philadelphia Eagles. As should the Carolina Panthers. Boy, I feel bad for Sammy if that happens. Oh, jeez.
Here's what Brian Flores had to say about Tua today. I'm very confident in Tua. He's done a lot of good things. He's played well. My conversations with the player are going to remain between me and that player. He's working with his teammates to get things right. He's asking more questions to us as a coaching staff. There's still a lot of room for improvement. Hopefully he'll continue to make improvement. So
that's fine. That's coach speak. It's all good.
Sure. Now, they also asked him specifically.
I wonder if he reads his playbook now.
Right, exactly. He knows it, yeah. So he didn't talk specifically about Watson. Obviously, he can't.
Right.
But he did discuss the Dolphins' philosophy in acquiring players who might need a fresh start.
Yeah.
And it took him a little while to get to the end of this.
We have a standard of that we want, the way we want people to look. I mean, we have a high standard for the people we have in the organization. So I don't get into last strikes or anything. We just, we want the people with high character and throughout the building.
Hello. This guy motivates men.
That's what we're looking for.
He's been a hell of a coach so far.
He has,
Give him that.
He has, but
Wowzer.
clearly uncomfortable addressing
Honestly,
that situation
wake
today.
me up when this happens. I am so sick and tired of the months and months of speculation.
Too many Easters have gone by.
Yeah, just, is he traded or not? And the answer right now is he's not. So that's it. He's a Texan. Wake me up when he's a Dolphin, and I'll be the first one to congratulate you, Craig.
I'm
and
not
then be
asking for
depressed.
congratulations.
Yeah, you are.
It speaks for itself. My reporting speaks for itself on this matter.
Yes.
I mean, the fact that I'm going to get a lot of credit, it's fine. But I've never wavered. I'm not going to waver now. Not this close to the finish line. Sorry.
Another blow, albeit a minor one this time. Carson Wentz on the COVID list for the Colts.
Unbelievable.
That guy can't avoid problems.
He's a close contact along with some teammates, and as long as he continues to test negative, he'd be back with the team by Thursday.
Well, you would have thought that.
What?
You would have thought
I
that Andrew
should tell
Thomas had COVID the way he was avoiding people last night.
Oh, my God, dude.
Wow.
Now, I know Andrew Thomas took accountability
somebody,
last
would
night,
you, buddy?
but I think it was the third play of the game. Yeah. I mean, dude, have you worked on anything in camp and during the offseason?
Right.
That was the same Andrew Thomas we watched last year.
Yeah, he claims he's just fine, though.
Yeah. He's improving. He's working
You know
on
what? Yesterday's preseason game, I watched a little bit of it, reminded you of the Giants from a year ago, but here's what I think we should all be willing to do. We erase it, we wipe it out, but it all starts at 4 o'clock against the Broncos next Sunday.
Yeah, no doubt. If Danny Jones leads them down the field again and throws the ball across his body into the end zone, into the cornerback's hands, he'll hear about it.
Oh, he'll hear about it.
I hope he doesn't do the thumbs down.
Yeah.
I hope he accepts the booze. Could you imagine? I was just thinking about this during the last break. How many New York athletes have a legitimate gripe and have maybe, they got treated poorly by the fans, but well-deserved. Like, they played like crap.
Right.
But can you imagine the list of New York athletes that wish they had booed the fans?
Oh. But they were smart enough to realize probably not a good idea.
You know how many of those guys played at 33rd and 7th? For 2 different franchises?
It's true.
Wow.
Nothing will top, though, the reaction from Jack McDowell. He took the cake when he was booed off of the mound and gave the middle finger. I am not doing the middle finger, by the way. I'm just waving my hand in the air.
I got in trouble for that once.
No, I know you can't.
Remember when Rex Ryan gave the middle finger at that wrestling event down in Carolina?
Yes.
Or maybe it was a Hurricane hockey game or whatever it was.
Yes.
And he gave some jackass the middle finger who was giving him mouth, right?
Right.
So I recreated that. And we were down at the Super Bowl when I recreated it for Al Dukes. Al Dukes then posted the photo of me flipping him the bird. Mm-hmm. But it was a recreation of the story of the day, which was Rex Ryan. I got in a lot of trouble for that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they extended my contract and gave me a raise.
The best part about Jack McDowell's middle finger is the way he waved his hand in a circle. Like it was an angry one. It wasn't just, I'm giving it to you. It was, I'm waving to you as I do it.
The greatest FU of all time to New York fans did not come from a player. It came from the wife of a player. And it was the summer of 2007. the front page story was A-Rod with the blonde stripper in Canada.
Yeah.
And Cynthia Rodriguez, his wife at the time, came to a Yankee game with other wives or girlfriends, whatever it was wearing a white tank top, and on the back of the tank top, it wrote out, F you.
Yes.
That's the
the
because she didn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And we all thought it was a T-shirt for I'm sorry, what should we call it?
A message for A-Rod.
A tank top for A-Rod.
Right.
And later
it was
turned
a
out to
message
be,
for us?
It was a message to all of us. Shut up.
Right.
I'm tired of hearing about it.
Pretty good.
I know he's a bad guy, but I love him. Is that it, Chris? Thanks.
I think that's it.
All right. 877-337-6666. If you haven't had a chance to comment on this, of course, we're going to give you that chance coming up, plus another opportunity to win New York Yankee tickets for Labor Day Sunday. Whoever they play that day, it's a win.
The
so you
Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, it's a lock job win.
Did you see what the Rays did to the Orioles this year? They completed their season series. They played 19 games. That's how many games you play against teams in your division.
Take a guess.
Go take a guess.
17-2.
Close, but not quite good enough.
18-1.
They went 18-1 again. And I remember
so
a few
it's
years
Fugazi.
ago.
You're saying their lead in the East?
Not true, because the Yankees a few years ago, unless you thought their lead was Fugazi, I think went 17-2 against them.
Got it.
So this is what you need to do. You need to beat up on bad teams. The Rays have done a marvelous job of doing so.
It's not Fugazi, because beyond the Orioles, they're killing everybody right now. They've won like 22
the
out of
Yankees
26.
are 8-2 in their last 10. They've lost the game.
Are you ready?
Tampa's 9-1.
Are you ready to concede the American League East to Tampa?
Why would I?
Because you're behind by a good amount, and you only have 3 more games.
It ain't
left
that much, by the way.
It's 6.
I just got to cut it in half. Is all I got to do. I can do that.
Hold
And then
on a
you're
second.
what? I can do that
Tampa
this
on the
week.
final weekend of the series.
No, damn right.
No, but
Yeah.
CeeLo, it's not just sweep them in Tampa. If they're 3 games back, you've got to sweep them in Tampa and then win a 1-game playoff with them.
So that's impossible.
It's not
And
impossible.
by the way,
but
that's the minimum. I might get within a game and a half of them.
But you have to admit, being 6 games out.
Yeah.
On the heels of an incredible winning streak, a winning streak we haven't seen in decades, that it feels like it's an uphill battle.
No, for sure, I'll give you that. But if there's any team that's up to it, it's a team led by the great Aaron Boone.
Kind of like the Mets could catch fire and get hot here in September, right, F?
Yeah, but that's a long shot. I acknowledge it. No, listen, I only acknowledge that in terms of why I wouldn't bench Baez and Lindor. I wouldn't just fully give up, nor am I saying the Yankees should give up. I'm just realistically
thank
saying.
God, because all we do is win.
Except for the last.
Why would we give
for the
up?
last 2 games?
We
you
got a
didn't
lock
win.
on the wild card. That's no longer a thing. And we're only 6 games out of Tampa Bay. Like they're not going to go through a little losing period.
Hold on a second.
Of course they are.
Nothing is on full lock right now, considering
Lock.
Bro, the New
2
York
up on the Red
Yankees
Sox.
are closer to missing the playoffs than they are winning the division in terms of games back. So if you want to be fair, which sometimes you are,
I don't like that
call
rationale.
like
I never
it is.
have. They're not closer to being out when all they do is win.
Their lead over not even the first wild card, just any of the wild cards is 4.5 games.
Yeah, that's
They're
a lot.
6
It's a big lead.
Okay, and how many back are they in the division?
A couple.
6.
Yeah, but that's nothing.
That's a bigger number.
Here's the real question. How are you going to handle tomorrow night's game?
Who's playing tomorrow night?
Yankees-Angels.
Was Ohtani pitching?
Oh, yeah. You got to watch every second of that.
10-9 Yankees.
Actually, CeeLo, he doesn't have to watch that much because the Yankees knock Ohtani out in the first inning.
Right, yeah.
So,
why 10-9? Wouldn't you rather him pitch a gem and the Yankees win? And he hits like a solo homer?
I could see that being like a 7-2 Yankee win. Ohtani has a 2-run home run.
I've noticed, I think Craig is more enamored with Ohtani's slugging than his pitching.
No, I love the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, he's a complete package guy to me. I love all of it. I do. I want to make mad, passionate love to him. While he's pitching and while he's hitting.
That'd be something.
That's the dream.
He's so talented, he could pull that off.
By the way, congratulations to my moon expert, Paul Rosenberg. You're welcome. We'll be getting a chance to host his own show here on WFN.
Yes, Paul, you're welcome for that anytime.
September 3rd, 2 to 6. So none of you ever heard of him, and you probably won't after that show either. But
they're giving him afternoons, 2 to 6. He's filming for us.
AM.
They're going the AM, right?
AM. I convinced them to let these two knuckleheads do back-to-back 5-hour shows.
You do get the W on that, but I actually convinced Spike on Rosen.
Sure. Okay, whatever makes you happy.
That's just true.
I have proof of it.
That's true.
Listen, more of your calls coming right up.
I've got
877-337-6666.
I tell ya.
Coming to you live from the town.
Carton and Roberts is presented by Grubhub. Grubhub guarantees your food will get to you on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps, or you'll get at least $5 in perks. Grubhub works hard to serve restaurants.
Now there's a way to make supporting your favorite restaurant even better. Introducing the Grubhub Guarantee. It's our promise to make sure your food is just right by delivering it on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps. Or you'll get back at least $5 in perks. That way you can experience your food just like the restaurant intended. That's the Grubhub Guarantee.
My routine keeps me strong, physically and mentally. But sometimes it's the little things, like hydration, that help me stay on top of my game. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay active with Smart Water Alkaline.
Dan Cronin tweeted, "I was lonely for a little bit, but fortunately, I got yet another email from Untuckit. Dan, if Untuckit can cure your loneliness, don't wait for an email, just put one on. There are so many occasions to break out your favorite shirt. There are Zoom calls, Zoom happy hours, Zoom coffee breaks, Zoom weddings, and Zoom Zooms, which are Zooms where you schedule other Zooms. Dan, no matter what the occasion is, you'll be the sharpest dressed person there. Find your shirt today at untuckit.com.
If you can choose to be kind to your body with this bar made with almonds, imagine what other kind choices you can make.
World peace has finally been achieved.
But I'm just going to Milwaukee.
Or you could start by doing something small. Live kind.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
When you support City Harvest, you feed hope, love, and joy. You feed confidence, community, and comfort. You feed health, strength, and spirit. When you support City Harvest, you do more than just provide hundreds of millions of pounds of food to millions of hungry New Yorkers. When you support City Harvest, you feed good.
Meet Edwin, lights out closer for the Mets.
Diaz is coming on to try and save
When
it.
the horns start to blare, batters start to scare.
Struck him out.
Because he's the filthiest closer in the league.
Edwin Diaz strikes up the side. A great escape for Edwin Diaz. High heat from Diaz. Edwin Diaz, 3 strikeouts in the ninth. He struck him out, and the ball game is over.
Watch Edwin Diaz's story continue with the Mets on SNY. Meet Brandon, always hustling outfielder for the Mets.
He made the catch. Oh, wow.
When the team needs some fire,
Brandon Nimmo delivers.
Brandon lights the match.
Not in time.
Because he's the catalyst of this Mets lineup.
Nimmo pulls it at second base with a well-struck double. 4th RBI of the game for Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo with a line drive, 3-run homer. Brandon Nimmo with the icing on the cake.
Watch Brandon Nimmo's story continue with the Mets on SNY.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Right now, you can lease a new 2021 Camry with all-wheel drive for just $189 a month. Or lease a new 2021 Camry Hybrid for just $189 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, dog food.
Get more to your door with DoorDash.
You're watching golf videos now.
Oh, in fact, I am, yeah, because I switched to Spectrum Mobile, so I get 5G nationwide, including here.
You think a golf video is going to help with what you're doing?
Oh, no, it's not just a video. I saved a bunch of money when I switched, so I hired a swing coach. Say hi to Brett.
Hey. Well, you tell Brett you just shot a 12 on the last hole.
Who's counting?
Everybody. That's the whole point of golf. Counting.
Brett did tell me that.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and save, and get 5G nationwide included in every plan. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
I wish I could try these glasses on first.
Here, step into the future where everything is possible. Welcome. Here you can try on Warby Parker glasses using only your phone.
Really? Wow. I like it here.
And I like these. You can stay, but I'll need my phone. Okay. Just shop prescription glasses starting at $95 and virtually try them on in the Warby Parker app.
In 2020, cardboard cutouts claimed their place as legitimate New York sports fans.
To get you started with hoops action, Brooklyn fans won't want to miss this as we take you out to Barclays. With the
One sec, Barclay. Let me just see this dunk. Okay, boy, let's go. I'll just switch SNY to my phone. Here we go.
SNY, every team for every fan from every device.
Get your New York sports here.
Meet Pete, known to his loved ones as the polar bear. When heaters need to be ripped, Pete rips heaters because he's the best power hitter on the planet.
Strikes again. Into the second deck, second of the night. An enormous home run by Alonso.
Watch Pete Alonso's story continue with the Mets on SNY. Geico Sports Night on SNY.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the show.
Your nightly source for all things New York sports.
And over to the Mets now.
The Knicks looking to make it 2 in a row. Just wait until you see what actually went down.
With continuous updates on the latest New York sports news.
More reaction to the Jets.
We welcome in our Yankees insider.
Ian, thanks for joining us with the latest.
More on Dave Gettleman and the Giants.
Geico Sports Night. All night, every night, starting at 11 p.m. only in SNY.
Get your New York sports here.
You really?
Yeah, he did get knocked on his ass, but the rope saved him, so he didn't go down to the canvas or to the mat. But he did win a split decision.
That was one of those events that if it was on free TV, I would have watched it. But there was no way I was going to pay whatever it cost.
You'll be able to see it, I guess, at some point on Showtime, because it was a Showtime-produced event.
Gotcha.
But here's what's crazy about it, that Woodley, who at one point was, the best fighter in his weight class for MMA, made 4 times his biggest payday in his career.
Wow.
And if he's willing to tattoo on his leg, "I love Jake Paul," there'll be a rematch.
That's the thing Jake Paul put in?
Yes, and it's a big debate whether or not he really won the fight. But that being said, it went to the judges, split decision.
You know what that means? There's money in a rematch for both parties.
Yeah,
if you've got controversy on who won the match, and was it a good match? Was it an entertaining match?
Listen, they threw punches.
Okay.
I won. It was better than the Pac-Man Jones fight.
Then logic
on
would tell
Friday
you.
night.
Logic would tell you. You know what? A rematch could make some money. Wasn't a clear winner.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I suppose if he gets the tattoo, they'll get another fight.
Oh, stop! If they give him enough. Decimal points. Not decimal
No, it's on the other side.
Enough zeros.
Jake
then
Paul
they'll get
controls who he fights.
So, but wouldn't that make money, though?
Well, if you're Jake Paul, you have to now make a decision.
Yeah.
Am I making more money fighting him again, or is there other fish to fry that bring in even more money?
If the fight was close, you would think there's money in a rematch.
You would think so. I'll tell you what. I mean, it was in Cleveland. The place was packed. I imagine I didn't see the pay-per-view numbers yet. I'm sure it did great. And they are just printing money over there. Printing Monet.
Very nice.
But you didn't see it.
No, because I'm not spending $60 to watch that fight.
Yeah.
I have an interest. There's interest in things, but then is there enough interest to buy it?
Well, not for you. I mean, if they had 1 million people buy it, that's $50 million.
Well, no. I'm not
right?
talking about everybody else. If they sold enough buys, good for them. I'm saying for me, like, I've had interest in the Pauls. I find them interesting. And I've read about the fight, and I was like, I'd watch the fight.
Yeah.
For free.
For free.
Not for how much did the fight cost if I ordered it?
I think it was $50 or $60.
All
yeah.
right. You got to sell me. Like, I've decided I'm going to buy this AEW pay-per-view over the weekend, but I was on the fence. Like, what's going to convince me to drop $50
is there a
or $60?
number?
No, what convinced me is I heard a rumor about the event that excites me, so I said, okay, I'm going to buy it.
So I was asked to make a show decision regarding tomorrow's show.
What's that?
The decision's been made, but if you want to put your voice into it, you should. I don't know why you weren't asked.
I haven't been asked.
You
What's the
should have been
question?
asked.
What's the question?
I was
What
asked.
time are we
I
putting
was asked.
Rojas on?
No, I was asked if we want to put CM Punk on the show tomorrow.
Do you want to put CM Punk on the show?
I don't. But I recognize that you're a huge fan. So do you want to put him on or not? It wouldn't be in person either, which is a problem for me. Right, exactly.
No, not really.
Exactly.
Not really.
So I made the right decision.
But I wasn't asked.
Well, you should have been.
Were you concerned that I was going to fight on the other side? Like,
no, if you wanted him on, you'd be on.
I love AEW and I like what CM Punk has done, but on our show, do I have that much? Not really, no.
All right, but if you want him on, he's on.
Yeah, not tomorrow.
6:37.
There may be a different moment in time where my view on that changes. In this moment, and I'll tell you, I'll give you a good reason. Can I give you a reason? CM Punk's doing like a radio tour. And I don't
so he's
think
going out with everybody?
Yeah, I don't
So
think
it's not special? I wasn't told that.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't think we need. Well, you asked me the question, I'm giving you an answer. I don't think we need to be lowered to just, hey, let's put the guy that every other show's on.
No, if he's going on a radio tour, which I should have been told and I wasn't, then the answer's a definite no.
Yeah, so
he's just not worth our time to have him talk to 17 other places.
Right, he's
also.
going to be everywhere.
Like, if we had a relationship with the guy who was special, then for sure, put him on. Here's Hillary in Marlboro. Hillary, good afternoon.
Hi, Craig and Evan. How are you?
Doing good, Hillary. What's up?
Okay, I wanted to say that I'm a Mets fan, and I'm so disappointed that these players have to be told to respect their fans.
Yep.
And it is so shameful that this happened as we just celebrated Jerry Koosman. I don't boo players, and it's especially hurtful to the fans that never boo.
You know, it's interesting you say that because we've had debates on this show about that exact topic. Like, you know, I think you can boo. You should boo. Evan's not a booer like you're not a booer. And we had a caller last week who also, a young woman, had a problem with the concept of when are we going to boo blank when he comes on the field. So I actually respect your opinion and your fandom. Now, you're also probably in the minority in that, which I'm sure you know. So how do you handle the fact that you're being booed by the player when you're not the type of fan that would ever boo him? How do you handle that?
Well, I mean, I know they're human beings, and that's why I don't think they should be booed. It is tough, but, you know, the remarks that Baez, what they're doing on the field,
right,
is just totally disrespectful.
So that's my question. How do you, as someone who ordinarily wouldn't boo performance alone, if you were at the game tomorrow night and he gets introduced as he's going to, what would you do specifically in this situation?
I would still clap.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hillary,
you're like the owner of the Mets.
They even have me as someone that never boos contemplating a boo. Like, they have someone, and I've only booed once, and it was a dopey reason, but they even have me thinking about issuing a I'm not happy with you boo.
Yeah. Now, Hillary, if you were going to boo, have you practiced it?
No.
Do you want to practice it with me here just so we get it out of your system a bit?
No, I don't want to boo.
Boo! Like, your boo might be a good one. Like, I don't know how you sneeze, but you might have, like, a real aggressive sneeze. You sound like a very nice kind of, lay low type of gal, but your booing might be aggressive.
When I drive, I'm aggressive.
I have a way to get you to boo, Hillary, just to practice it. You ready?
Okay.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter.
Boo.
That's sexy. I like your boo. You got a sexy boo.
Thank you.
Yeah, I tell all the women in Marlboro have sexy boobs. Yeah, I knew it. Now, are you going to watch tomorrow's? I mean, you may not watch the first game because of work and whatnot. But will you watch tomorrow night's game?
Maybe.
Yeah, you're going to watch. You're going to watch it.
And then I change the channel here and there. And, then
And when do you make the beds? In between innings?
No.
You don't? Oh, you do it before the game starts?
Here we go again. Here we go again.
I'm just teasing.
Like clockwork.
I'm just teasing. You know, I'm just teasing. It's funny when I do it on the air. It's it's obvious that I'm teasing. When people write about it, it's not obvious that I'm teasing.
You think it's a little different?
Hillary, thanks for calling, babe, and be well.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe, okay?
You too. Thank you.
There you go. That's Hillary in Marlboro. There is a portion of the fan base that gets discounted a lot. And it's Hillary's portion, men and women, doesn't matter, your sex. It's the people that just organically love the team they root for, regardless of the sport, and put those guys on a bit of a pedestal and would never think of booing
Ask yourself this question. The last time Met players were booed, how many of the 25,000 people there were actually booed?
Who the hell knows?
No, I'm going to give you the answer because I've been there for many years watching.
You're not going to know the answer.
It's a very small percentage. That's the story.
You think it's a loud minority?
Yes.
Huh.
100%.
Well, I can't argue with you. I would disagree with you just on face value, but I don't know.
Most fans don't boo.
You think so?
Yeah.
I would go the other way.
I've witnessed it. I've looked around.
Did you take notes?
I have taken notes.
You took notes?
I identified
Section
it.
131. Boo, no, boo, no, boo, no, boo,
I've
boo.
identified it on my scorecard.
Boo, boo, no, boo, no, boo, no, boo, no, boo, boo.
No boo. We're going?
If you take it,
The only time I actually got into an argument, a disagreement about booing, was Piazza. The Piazza one offended me because Mike Piazza didn't deserve to get booed.
Because he was
I thought it
batting like 3-something at the time he got booed.
Yeah.
He had a bad
ridiculous.
game or something, right?
He grounded into a double play.
Why is he do that?
2 for 2. Come on, you're supposed to get a hit every time up.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Here's Phil in Huntington on the fan. Philly Bots, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, guys.
Yep.
I have a statement and a question.
A statement and a question. All right. Sure.
If that's okay.
Yeah, why
you can
not?
cut me off after the statement. Maybe you'll want to.
Maybe you'll want to.
First of all, let me tell you, I love both of you guys.
Yeah.
And what I'm about to say is from my heart. I love you, and it's meant kind of like an older brother who has a special younger brother.
I'll take that. Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Now, all right, here I go. You bald jackass. Where are you broadcasting to? Where's your area?
New York.
Where's your New York metro area?
Yeah.
It's a hero. It's not a sub.
It's both. It's both.
Kidding me?
It's both.
Oh no, it's not.
It sure is. On the streets of New Rochelle, New York, it's called a sub. Not that you can't have a meatball hero, but it's a sub and or a hero. What it isn't, it's not a grinder, it's not a hoagie, it's a sub or a hero. And that's not really up for debate. And I don't know where you're from.
That's where I was going. I was like, I thought you were going back to your Philadelphia.
Never. By the way, the word hoagie is banned from my home. No, I'm not even kidding. If you ask my kids, what's it called? They'll tell you it's called a sub or a hero. They ain't called a grinder or a hoagie.
I never identified hero and sub as any kind of split. Like in New York, I think we refer to sandwiches as both of those things.
Yes, we do. We do.
I think there's a fair split. So I don't think there was any need, Phil, to call him a bald jackass. Now, there are other times where he deserves to be called a bald jackass.
But Evan, it was said with love.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I grew up on tough love, so that's why I didn't hang up on you.
But really, how about a poll on that? Whether it's a hero or a sub?
Nah, because that's like the old thing, is it gravy or sauce? Well, it depends what your grandmother called it.
Yeah.
Right? But I know very nice people in every borough. Some call it gravy, some call it sauce. It tastes the same, by the way.
So I did a little research very quickly about this. And so there's a lot of terms to call sandwiches, terms I've never even heard of. Like there's a term called the poor boy. That's in the lower part of the
type
Midwest.
Of sandwich down in New Orleans.
No. I guess that's what they also call a sandwich. There's also the Zeppelin, which is referred to in eastern Pennsylvania.
Yes.
There's the Spidey, which I guess is big in Binghamton, New York.
It's a Zeppelin, not Zeppelin. But.
My apologies. Yeah. So what I have come up with is that hero is a New York City-based term for a sandwich. And when I got the sub, you ready for where they say subs are mostly called?
It's from here.
Quote, literally anywhere in the United States.
So here.
Main Street, USA. So sub is more of the American way, anywhere in the country, of calling a sandwich. So technically,
Listen,
our last caller's right, and you owe him an apology.
No, I don't owe him an apology because it's called a sub.
You're using a very general
Listen,
American statement.
My father
in New
and
York,
aunt,
it's a hero.
My father and aunt lived in every borough other than Manhattan growing up, all right? My grandfather was a world-class lifeguard on the beaches of Coney Island, okay?
Right.
They lived in Quonset huts in Queens. All right? They lived in the Bronx. They lived in Staten Island.
Yeah.
They lived in every borough but Manhattan. They called it subs.
Yeah, but you're missing the point, Craig. Everyone calls it sub. If I lived in
I don't care
Juneau,
what they do in
Alaska,
Cleveland.
I'd call it a sub. If I lived in Las Vegas, Nevada, sub. Hero is more identifiable
A
with
hero
New
is
York
also
City.
New York. It's both interchangeable.
I've done
and I'll hear nothing else of it.
I'm sorry. I've done my research. Our last caller's right. I apologize, Craig. You're wrong.
I'm not apologizing for anything because I've done nothing wrong. I've merely
you're using...
represented the 5 boroughs that my family grew up in. That's all I've done. That's all I've done.
And there's nothing wrong with it. You're just using a very American word that's used everywhere in the country, which is great. I love America.
Where do you think Middle America got sub from, jackass?
But they still refer to it as sub.
Because everything started in New York.
Dude, if you go to St. Louis.
And then it went to Cleveland and
Okay.
Chicago and
All
this
right.
place and that place.
To your point. So you admit that if
We
I
invented
went,
it.
If I went to the Midwest, they would understand what a sub is, correct?
They know a grinder first.
But they would know sub, correct?
I imagine so, because that's how amazing we are.
Thank you. Now, if I went to that same place and said I want a hero, would they know what that is?
Yeah, probably.
They would
because
not.
everything's-
I win, you lose,
It all
good night.
comes from New York.
Tip your waitress on the way out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I hope you have that minute of stand-up ready to go.
I'm working on it.
What does that mean, I'm working on it?
I've test drove a little bit of material.
You have?
Yeah.
In front of whom?
In front of a mirror.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. September 23rd, comedy event at Gotham Comedy. Evan's doing a minute. They call it, you do a minute of time. Are you doing any time tonight? I'm doing a minute.
I'm doing time. I'm doing a minute
You're
of time.
doing time.
And
yes.
time it out. Because as soon as I get to 60 seconds, I'm
All
out.
right. What do you want to say? You seem like so eager to say something. What is it?
Wouldn't it make more sense to do your act in front of another person instead of a mirror to
Not
get their
ready for it
reaction?
yet. Not ready for
He's
it.
not at that stage yet. The
I'll
mirror
get
is the
there.
best way to start,
Thank you.
actually.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes. You're welcome. Eventually, though, you're probably going to be his go-to. Because he can't do it to his wife or his in-laws because they're going to laugh because
Of course.
they
Correct.
want him to do well.
Right.
So you probably is it going to be me? Is it going to be Tommy, Big Mac?
It will definitely not be you.
Good.
It won't be you. I haven't decided who it's going to be. I don't know.
You could do it in front of me.
I'll
give
be honest
you
with
an
you. I'll
honest
be honest
answer.
with you.
Yeah, C-Mac's probably the leading candidate.
Yeah?
I'm the
C-Mac's
most
a-
level-headed guy around
Yeah,
here.
C-Mac's a good go-to on a lot of
You're
things.
the most level-headed guy here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
That's what I went with.
He's sort of there.
Listen, all right, we'll find out. Here's Ben in Brooklyn where they called subs and heroes. Benjamin, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Chemistry is Mike and dog-like. Love it. I'm a diehard Mets fan like you, Evan. I'm exactly the same age as you. I got 2 points. How much power does Lindor actually have? Does Cohen back off acquiescing to Lindor after letting him start?
It's a great
some
question.
down movement?
I think that's one of the biggest questions of this offseason. How much power does Francisco Lindor have with Steve Cohen? Is it on a Kevin Durant level, or is he just a player and Steve Cohen is going to make his own decisions? We're going to find out that answer very soon.
I think he's very close with Lindor. Like, I know for a fact that Lindor and his fiance have, dined with Stephen Cohen. That was in the
That's
papers
okay to be
back in the
close
day,
with
right?
them, but that doesn't mean he's going to get to make important decisions like re-signing Javier Baez or how this team is built.
Well,
Correct.
listen,
Okay.
Trevor May just responded to me, by the way, just real quick.
Oh, did he? What'd he say?
Yeah.
Was he angry with you?
No, he's not actually. Participating in a celebration that makes light of booze and repurposes to hype my teammates. I never get to participate in the dugout, so I participated. I don't point anything at anyone other than my teammates. Facts. I got to try to digest that, actually.
Well, you missed more of this.
Oh, hold on. I did. So first I wrote, it looks like we have another person booing the fans. Trevor May say it ain't so. Hero Craig, it ain't so.
Right.
Okay.
Then another person jumped in and said, no,
Yeah.
it's so. And Trevor May continued to respond. So he's sticking with this idea that what he was doing was not booing the fans. It's we're playfully having fun with each other.
So how do I respond to that? Should I write gotcha?
Oh, so you're just going to back off?
No, I'm
like a
asking.
little wimp? Okay.
What do you want?
Yeah,
I'm not being a wimp. He responded to me. I feel like I should respond back to him.
Your teammate said you guys are booing the fans. Is Javy Baez a liar? There you go. There's your response.
Okay.
Got the guts? I know. I'm kidding with you.
Talking to
know. It's Twitter.
Is someone else in the room I'm unaware of? What are you talking to?
No, but seriously, that's the approach you got to take because was Baez lying?
Javy. How do you spell Javy?
Javy.
No. Isn't it Javier?
Well, yeah, but we're calling him Javy.
Is it Javier?
If we're calling him Javier, but we just said Javy Baez.
Both work.
I'm going to write J-A. So maybe he doesn't know who Javy is.
He knows who his teammate is.
Javy Baez. How do I write that?
Do you want me to type it for you?
No, I can type myself. I took typing in high school.
Baez said you guys are booing the fans. So is Javy a liar?
Okay.
Is that fact? Is that correct? Ben's still there. Is that correct? Is that worded correctly?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're still here? Great, thank God. I thought we lost you. I wrote Javy Baez said it's booing the fans, thus the disconnect here. Is that right?
Go further. Are you calling Javy Baez a liar? Let's get a little. Let's go after it, man.
Okay, hold on.
Put him on. That's gonna piss him off, by the way.
Let me see if he texted me first. Hold on a sec.
He did not text.
He might have. We're texting pals.
Call him up, put him on the air. We'll have a discussion.
Just, you don't want to ruin any chance to pretend to be a tumbleweed with him in a couple weeks, though.
What
Playing video
What
games.
does that mean?
I have no idea.
Playing
What
video
was
games.
that? I mean, it's such a out of left field reference that nobody except for me right now understands.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but no one got that reference.
There's an audience. You should also be careful.
Yeah,
Well, if they listen to the show, they remember he likes to pretend to be inanimate objects
I'm
in
not
video
doing the
games.
show for you. I'm doing the show
You're not?
for an audience. Has no idea what the tumbleweed reference meant. I
liked
get
it.
it now.
Right.
Yes, we both played the same first-person shooter where I could actually pretend to be an inanimate object. Yes. But it made no sense in the context of what I'm writing back to this guy. That's all.
I'm saying you don't want to ruin your relationship with him.
Do you think I care?
Dude,
if Trevor May
he's
calls
a
me tomorrow.
middling relief pitcher who we'll all forget about a year and a half from now. Let's not act like Trevor May is Tug McGraw. He's not. All right? Go ahead.
Javier Baez said it's booing the fans, thus the disconnect here. Was he lying or just misunderstood?
There you go. Now you're giving him the out, though, to say, yes, the media misunderstood him. I'm telling you, I know the way this goes. I give Trevor credit, though. He's interacting with fans about this. And
and he knows who I am, too. Like, we do have each other's
not necessarily. He also responded to Human 99. So he's responding to
Human 99's always stealing my thunder. What's next? Deshaun Watson's going to the Dolphins? Hey, Ben, you still there, buddy?
All right, last point.
My man.
Hanging in there.
I'm going to eat a combo while you talk. Go ahead. Go start talking. I'm eating.
Okay.
No.
Evan.
Yes.
You got to believe, man. We got 32 games left, right? We can go 25-7 down the stretch. Okay. Yankees stepped up down the road. Reds and Padres are sucking. We can make the wild card. And like Carton said, if we can make up the 3.5 games until the last series, we've got a chance.
By the way, you do bring up
positive vibes.
Ben, I respect. Okay, I respect the positivity. I don't buy it, but I will point out something he said that's being ignored. The New York Mets are creeping closer to a wild card spot than the division. They actually trailed the Reds by 6 in the loss column for the wild card spot. Now, you've got to jump a bunch of teams. You're not playing the Reds. You're not playing the Padres. So in a lot of ways, that's a little bit more complicated. But he is right. They're actually closer in games behind to the wild card than they are the division. With that said, does anybody in their right mind believe this team is capable of a 25-7 run? No. I mean, you give them credit, I guess, because they won the series from the Nationals, but they damn near lost the first 2 games. Go win the next 4 games against the Miami Marlins, get to 500, and we'll have a nice conversation on Friday. Okay? We'll have a nice chat on Friday. Go sweep the Marlins. They're 67 and 67.
Then at least you have something to talk about.
Then we'll have a chat and kind of regroup where we are.
How many are they at right now of the wild card?
Right now they are in the loss column, 6 back, 7 overall. For the division, they're 7.5 back, but 8 in the loss column.
It's amazing how that flip-flopped over the weekend.
Because the San Diego Padres have collapsed. They're out of the wild card spot, and the Reds have taken over wild card spot number 2, and they just lost back-to-back games to Miami. So you've got kind of after the Big Four, Atlanta, Milwaukee, San Francisco, L.A., 4 teams that are clearly heading to the playoffs, that 5th spot, which is the second wild card spot, is a little bit open with the way the Reds struggled over the weekend.
Well, that's the only way they salvage this PR disaster.
By what?
Getting back involved in the race.
Yeah, by being legitimately in the race. Like, they're not in the race right now. To me, if you can get within 3 before the final week of the year, all right.
Yeah, well, I've been saying that for a while. But right now, you've got a PR mess on your hands. Now, you have players that maybe a month ago didn't mean anything by it, but did it because they were hyping up the team, and now they're associated with it. Either way, I would suggest for the New York Mets going forward, they probably need a new type of celebratory physical act. I would say the thumbs down probably doesn't have legs.
Boy, they've had
much like the home run horse didn't have legs.
Yeah.
Donnie Diesel didn't have legs.
Craig, what's the Mount Rushmore?
And even that stupid wrestling belt that they wear sometimes doesn't have legs.
What has been the Mount Rushmore of 2021 Met gimmicks? We've got...
I just walked you through them.
No, you forgot one.
The home run horse,
You forgot.
Donnie Diesel.
Yeah.
This dopey thumbs down
What
thing.
about the rat versus the raccoon?
Yeah, but that was like just a quick... That was like a one-off.
That was a weekend.
Yeah, that wasn't like a thing that was planned.
That was something.
Like, this is an organized... This is like guys getting together going, all right, what are we going to do if we get a big hit?
Well, no, wait. That's organized, too. They got it. McNeil and Lindor got into a fight. Who knows how bad the fight was? And then somebody concocted the idea of, let's say we were arguing about if it was a raccoon or a squirrel or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, but that was in the moment. I'm not... To me, that wasn't like... I don't think that was like, hey, guys, we're going to talk about the new cheer. Or, hey, we're going to talk about the new celebration. Like, when you hit a home run, what are we doing? That kind of stuff.
Right.
That was in the moment. There was a fight or near fight. We better come up with an excuse. Here's the best I got. There was a raccoon. No, there wasn't. Yes, there was. It was a squirrel. What? Right?
Right.
This is more like premeditated, planned out. If I get a big hit, I'm going thumbs down. So, whatever. Trevor May's now in it. That's my guy, too, Trevor May. Well, that's the way it goes. Listen, I got a job to do.
We'll see if you guys in a little bit. Oh, he's answered you.
Did he?
Misunderstood.
Okay.
Maybe he could have worded it a scooch better. Here we
Did
go.
he say scooch?
He did.
Hold on a second.
All right, so Trevor May, good job, good reporting, because you're getting him on the record.
Because someone's got to do this for the people.
I mean, I did write the tweet for you, but whatever. He said to Craig's question, which was a good one that I wrote from, I hear you, but Javy Baez said it's booing the fans, thus the disconnect here. Was he lying or just misunderstood? Thanks. And Trevor has responded, misunderstood. Maybe he could have worded it a scooch better.
Scooch? That's problematic.
I give Trevor credit. The fact he's discussing this openly and giving the Met fans some answers, I respect that, as opposed to Francisco Lindor, who's hiding. I do respect that. I don't know where Lindor is. Someone told me he's at the U.S. Open. Well, good for you. Have a good time watching the tennis.
Scooch?
Scooch.
My grandmother used to say scooch. I'm going to tell him that. My grandmother used to say that.
I've only heard it in the context of like scooch over. I've never heard like a scooch is like a small amount. I've only heard scooch over.
Scooch, too funny.
And then Lieutenant Pancake tweets.
Lieutenant Pancake.
The media would have no job if they didn't have a story to blow out of proportion. I got to disagree. I don't think this story's been blown out of proportion.
No, yeah.
You had a player saying we're booing the fans.
Yeah, normally I'm with Lieutenant Pancake. I think he's off here.
No, I'm with Lieutenant Pancake too, but in this case, I can't get over Lieutenant Pancake. In this case, the story wrote itself.
No.
Like, we didn't need the media to blow it up. Now, you want to say the back page of the Daily News blew it up a little bit too much? I'll give you that. Did you see what the Daily News did?
No, no one reads the Daily News.
We don't
Exactly.
get the papers up.
Do they actually still write the Daily News?
They do.
Yes.
They wrote a back page that said, I think, Javy Baez to Met fans drop dead. Wasn't that what they said? Like the whole joke about what the Gerald Ford thing and the Ted Cruz thing.
Right. What Ford said to New York.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to figure out how a 25-year-old guy who likes to play Dungeons and Dragons online just said scooch. That's what I want to know.
He just did it to you, baby.
Yeah, so I wrote him back.
You like it?
Back. Huh?
You like it? He gave a good response, even though
at least he knows I'm on the air right now with you. Like, he gets what's going on.
Does he?
Yes.
He's
so
writing back Lieutenant Pancake. I don't know if he's making much of a difference or a correlation on who's who.
Yeah, he is. He is. Like, he knows the deal.
Then why don't you...
Scooch. Too funny.
If he really knew it was you, then, Craig, why wouldn't you just text you? Make it more direct.
Huh? Should I text him and go scooch? Really?
Yeah. So then he'll know it's you.
Scooch, too funny. I like that. Scooch.
Oh, there's one other thing the Mets did we forgot. They celebrated winning the World Series in spring training. That occurred, too. I forgot about that one.
I'm surprised you forgot about it, considering you were giving it all the credit for their early first-place success.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you were big on that.
Okay.
Had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I stand by that.
Yep. Maybe they should get, like, fake fans to boo them next spring training and see if they can get comfortable with the idea.
That's a good idea.
By the way, it was only a couple weeks ago when Rojas came out after a Met win, like a come-from-behind win, and we were busting his chops about it. I remember he was like, yeah, the 27-out drill, I think, is paying dividends now. Okay. Oh, yeah. You think he'll be on a coaching staff next year? I hope so. Yeah. He is a decent man. Like, you could say you don't like him as manager, fine. And there's a terrible collapse that's on him. Oh, all right, all fine. He's not going to be the manager of this team next year. That's obvious to everyone. But like, you don't want to see bad things happen to the guy personally.
Look, one thing we're learning.
I mean?
One thing we're learning this year is sometimes your second opportunity is where you become a star. Look at Gabe Kapler. The guy was run out of Philadelphia, and now he's the manager of the year. So this isn't a final judgment on Luis Rojas' managerial career. But to answer your question, I bet he's reassigned in the Mets system.
You think reassigned? They do that a lot, I guess, right?
And for Luis, who's been a part of the organization for a long time, I could see that. But whatever. I mean, that's not the worry now. Whatever.
You know, the only guy he makes less than is Aaron Boone.
So the Yankees and Mets have the two cheapest managers in baseball? Or the
not
two
cheapest.
Not cheapest. That's the wrong word. I apologize.
Yeah.
The two, what's the right phrase?
Most inexpensive.
Inexpensive.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no joke.
Sorry, my bad.
Aaron Boone makes $1 million, which is a lot of money for sure. I'm not suggesting it's not. And he makes a couple extra, bucks here and there, doing other things. But like the Yankee manager is one of the lowest paid managers in all of baseball.
And that's after Joe Torre, before Girardi, where Joe Torre was getting paid a ton. Remember how much Joe Torre was making by the end?
I think that was his max, was $8 million
That's
a year.
a ton.
But they make money outside of being manager.
Right.
They get to do endorsements, they do appearances.
Right.
Did you know that every single position coach, quote unquote, on a baseball team, because of their union, gets $100,000 ballpark? It may be off a little bit now, but about $100,000 a year as part of the deal they had with Topps.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know
so
that.
like Quattlebaum, $100K.
Wow.
Hitting instructor, New York Mets.
Not bad.
And he gets a card. He gets a little baseball card. Now, Topps is no longer the card company after next year, with MLB Fanatics just won that contract. But yeah, for all these years, that's how those guys make extra dough. Because, like, how much does a hitting instructor make?
Not a lot.
Probably makes $150,000.
I saw the Pirates fire their hitting coach today. What a trick.
Like,
I got an idea. Let's fire the hitting coach. The Pirates.
Yeah. Those are all six-figure
gives them
jobs.
a
I'm not
spark.
suggesting they're paupers.
Right.
And everything on the road's paid for. There's a per diem and all that crap. But they're not getting rich doing it. But they do double and triple their salary by all these little extra things that you never even think of. Good for them.
Sure.
That's sort of the life of a single man, though. Right? Like, baseball is your wife at that point.
What do you mean?
Like, I see these guys, I saw who
Most of the coaches are married, like young players, yeah. But when you're a coach, you're in your 40s, 50s. A lot of these guys are married with kids.
Yeah, which fascinates me.
What, the traveling aspect
Like,
of
at
it?
some point, don't you want to be home with your children?
You love the game, man.
Maybe you don't.
You're married to the game,
That's what
man.
you've signed up for. That's what your kids were born into. Right. But I always love these guys. Like, the Drew Brees thing gets me. Because I think Drew Brees truly loves his children. I really do. Coaches their flag football league. And I always hate it when guys come out and say, one of the reasons I'm stepping away from playing as an active player is because I want to spend more time with my children. I've missed out on their birthdays and on their this and that, the other thing. And then, like, 2 weeks later, they sign up for a gig that takes them away from their families.
Broadcasting doesn't make you travel nearly as much.
But the point
Being
is,
a coach
you
definitely
ain't home.
does. Right. Like going from playing to coaching, the way Jason Kidd did, the way Carlos Beltran was essentially doing it. It was a few years removed. That I'm with you on. But when you broadcast, like, you barely work. How many days a week is Drew Brees away from his family? Never.
When the football season starts, listen, he's got to be at Notre Dame on Thursday and Friday for interviews with the guys.
Couple of
Saturday,
days.
you're doing the game.
Come on.
Sunday's a travel
That's
day.
not the same as playing or coaching. When you play or coach, like you said, man, you're married to the road. You're gone. From the day spring training starts until your team is eliminated, you're never home for any type of consistent period of time.
Here's the big question for you diehard Met fans. If tomorrow the answer is Baez kind of misspoke on what the thumbs down thing is, and the rest of the guys kind of join what Trevor May is now saying, which is we're not booing the fans. I know he said that. We got to walk you kind of off that ledge right now, and this is why we do it. Oh, and by the way, we did it on the road in Philadelphia in August. We did it at this place and that place. It's got nothing to do with our feeling towards the fans. We're using it for ourselves to get people hyped up. Would you accept that tomorrow? Yes or no? Because that's the direction this is clearly going in.
It's interesting. Trevor, and I give him credit, is doing a really good job of interacting with people. Someone else wrote at Trevor May and said, can I walk into my class next week as a teacher and thumbs down certain kids when I take attendance?
Yes, you should.
Javier Baez hung you all out to dry, and it looks really bad. Listen, none of you are paying my mortgage, so I could care less, but it looks bad. And Trevor May responded, I know. So he's acknowledging Javi Baez screwed this up.
There's no doubt. Because he put a name on it, right?
Yes.
We didn't know what it was. It could have been just their little thing. We could have taken guesses at what it was.
He messed up.
But by putting an explanation on it, he now puts every one of those guys that ever did it in a bad spot.
And he's giving an explanation that is completely different than the explanation Trevor May and Kevin Pillar have been trying to sell.
By the way, I'm getting a lot of tweets from people in the Westchester County region of New York claiming that they call sandwiches wedges.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, not where I'm from. But.
No, I looked it up, too. During my sandwich hunt to find out terms,
Isn't
wedges.
it a salad?
Wedges were very popular
wedge
here.
salad.
A wedge is half an iceberg lettuce with blue cheese and bacon on top.
Yes.
That's a wedge.
Tomatoes.
I'm telling you,
It
bro.
ain't a sandwich. I don't care if you're from Pelham
The
or
wedges.
Rye.
From your golf bag.
You're not from New Rochelle.
Wedges are popular in Westchester or Yonkers, New York.
No.
True story.
Listen, I grew up battling the kids in Dunwoody section of Yonkers. Not one of them called it a wedge.
This is just one of those.
You know where you get a wedge? You go to Morton's, you get a wedge.
This is just one of those cases, Craig, where you're really out of touch. This may hurt you with the pulse of the people
I
next
couldn't
year.
be less out of touch on this one.
I'm reading. I did a lot of
you
research
probably
on
had
this.
a wedge at that fancy steakhouse you went to this weekend with your wife.
You know what I had?
Yeah, a wedge.
I had a filet mignon.
Yeah.
It was good.
How much did it cost?
Like $60.
$60. Fascinating.
How should I have
New
it?
poll?
Hold on. You know what?
New poll?
That's good. That's good. You know why?
What?
Because now I can give you less meat.
What?
Because if you're willing to pay $60 for a fillet.
Hold on. I got the receipt right here. Can I give you a correct answer?
If you want to pay
Okay, I
$60
was right.
for a fillet.
$57.95.
All right, $60.
Oh, that's right.
So if the butcher gives you 2 fillets from our cow Mookie, that's $1.20 right there.
What are you talking about? I went out to dinner. Part of what you're paying for is the experience. Like when C-Mac got the giant shrimps that cost $12 a shrimp.
Colossal.
He was
15.
paying for the experience.
Yeah?
Like I was outside, I had a view of the Hudson River. Like that's a part of the experience. That's part of the cost, Craig.
Okay. So your father-in-law's going to be cooking it, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the experience.
Stop it.
$60. That's funny.
It was good, though.
I hope it was.
How should I have had it cooked?
Medium rare.
Oh, boy.
Me and my wife had a split decision. She went medium rare. I went medium well.
Oh.
2 different steaks. But by the way, everyone's ughing you. I think they're out of line.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
You know why? Because you paid the $60 for the steak.
Damn right.
You get that steak any way you want it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I disagree.
Now, listen, I don't think you got it at its best, personally.
Okay, fair enough.
But if that's how you like it,
That's how I like it.
yeah.
Yeah, but why would you get that cut of meat? Then
Yeah, you don't get a
medium
filet
well?
mignon and then cook
Right,
it like
exactly.
You
No,
don't
no.
do
It's
things.
not
Why
what
would you
it's
spend
done.
the $60 and then
What
do that to the meat?
What do you guys?
Just go get
what do you mean,
any
what
kind of.
bosses
Go
of
get a
how-
hanger steak.
The bosses of how we eat meat? There are
with you.
some people who choose to eat meat a certain way.
Then don't
That's
get a
my
fillet.
Don't tell me what to eat.
But you ruin the
Craig,
fillet when you do that.
Craig, why are they so bossy?
It always bothered me, Evan, that people try to tell you how to eat things.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
You would
I
never
think
do
there's
that.
a
I
perfect
can
way
tell
to
you're
eat
weeping
it.
for him.
I don't believe that medium well is that way. I think you're not enjoying the meat at its
Right.
full
Correct.
capacity.
That's what we're saying.
Well, that's on you.
Listen,
but
we're
you're the one
moments away
paying for it. Listen, when I used to play all that blackjack, now I always played alone. But I always like when I'd walk past tables and hear people complaining and moaning about how somebody else played a hand. It's their money.
Yeah, but they're concerned that it's going to cost you.
Yeah. Well, then guess what, big boy? Ante up and go play at a different table. Right? I saw a guy get punched in the face for splitting kings once.
Yeah.
Out in Vegas. And you could say, yeah, he should have gotten punched in the face. His decision costs everybody money. It's his money.
I mean,
it's your steak. Eat it the way you want to eat it.
You are sort of right. Like, at the end of the day, this is my hand, this is my money, this is my steak. I can do whatever I want.
Yes.
The problem is when you start negatively impacting others.
Yes, but the reality is that you have to play,
negatively
you
impact
have to
others.
play thousands of hands to actually have the odds play out the way the mathematical odds are. Very few people, other than people like myself, who have a problem, play that many hands where the odds actually come out, consistently over the course of time. If you want to eat your steak with burnt marks on it, and he wants to eat his steak with the jockey's whip on it, you can both eat the same steak and enjoy it.
Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome, sir.
Uniting us all together.
Yes, exactly right. Now, do you know the palm and wrist trick for how to know if a steak is done?
No.
I'm surprised at that. But for a guy that eats a medium well, I'm not that surprised. Touch the pad of your palm and push that in. Can you push that in?
Yeah.
That's a steak cooked how well? Because when you're grilling it, if you just do that test, you know exactly how that steak's
So what
cooked.
is that?
That's rare.
Oh, that's rare.
Yep.
I don't want it rare.
Well, then you got to go down underneath the palm.
Yeah,
to your
I'm
wrist.
fine with how I chose my steak.
Yeah.
I'm good. I had a great time last night.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
I thought it was closing the fingers. So if you have an open palm, that's rare, and then if the pinky's medium rare, and then you close this finger.
Some people do that, but
Yeah.
not me.
Okay.
But you teach their own.
Sure.
Or just cook them enough that you know exactly how it's cooked. And I hope you let it sit after you cook it. Please don't eat it right away. 877-337-6666. So the Mets have come up with a story. You buying it or not buying it? Plus, we have an update from Sealer right after this on the Fan. Hang on. I have a couple words to you, though. Before we take that TV break, Grubhub loves restaurants. From the food to the passion and determination of the people behind them, they know that a restaurant's reputation matters. Good food deserves good service delivered fast, fresh, and exactly how restaurants intended it to be. Restaurants work hard to serve their customers, and Grubhub works hard to serve them. That's why Grubhub is introducing the Grubhub Guarantee. Grubhub guarantees your food will get to you on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps. Or you get back a minimum of $5 in perks. Order now through the Grubhub app or online and grub what you love.
The best Mets ever segment is brought to you by Coke Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever, now more delicious. In honor of current events, the 5 best Mets who could not handle being booed and playing in New York City. We've got George Foster. We have Mel Rojas. We have Roberto Alomar. We have a man whose wife angrily called up WFAN many years ago, Kevin McReynolds. But the winner, unquestionably.
You got Stroh in there?
What?
Stroman hates being booed.
I'm not including anybody on this current roster.
Oh, okay.
Because the story has not been written yet. The story has been written about these 5 gentlemen. George Foster, Mel Rojas, Roberto Alomar, Kevin McReynolds, and, of course, the man who got booed once after getting a base hit. Very rarely see that. Bobby Bonilla.
Carton & Roberts is presented by Grubhub. Grubhub guarantees your food will get to you on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps, or you'll get at least $5 in perks. Grubhub works hard to serve restaurants.
Now there's a way to make supporting your favorite restaurant even better. Introducing the Grubhub Guarantee. It's our promise to make sure your food is just right by delivering it on time within the delivery window and for the lowest price compared to other apps. Or you'll get back at least $5 in perks. That way you can experience your food just like the restaurant intended. That's the Grubhub Guarantee.
Staying active, staying strong, staying hydrated are top priorities for me. All these help me to push boundaries and perform my best. Stay at it, stay active, stay hydrated with Smart Water Alkaline.
Dan Wilbur tweeted, got an email from Untuckit. Dude, every shirt's an Untuckit shirt right now. Mr. Wilbur, I just don't know if that's true. Every man deserves to wear a perfectly fitted Untuckit that falls at just the right length. However, due to production limitations, we can't make enough Untuckit shirts for every man on Earth. Lots of men are still wearing poorly fitted traditional shirts. Keeps me up at night. Find your shirt today at untuckit.com.
How do you think they make Starburst taste so juicy?
Starburst? Juice-Dradic equation. Super top secret mathematical formula they keep stored inside a safe, inside a vault, inside a volcano.
Oh, Juice-Dradics.
Starburst, unexplainably juicy.
At DirecTV, we tackle Sundays. We serve up endless, expanded coverage. We have the most live sports in 4K, and you can watch anytime, anywhere. We knock out the competition.
Oh, my goodness.
Go ahead. Try and catch us. The #1 undisputed leader in sports.
Yeah, baby!
DirecTV. We do sports.
Now on demand.
Where's Peter?
Looking for Peter?
Peter? Peter!
He's hopping into your home.
He never behaves.
I've changed. I promise. Get ready for movie night.
Okay, I can't promise you in or you out.
Let's go.
You always take things too far. It's a gift.
Peter Rabbit 2. Watch it now on demand.
There were days where I barely had sleep, but I had to work more than competition. I can't live like the opposition, living everything I dreamed of, doing everything you think of. The way I work, I'm on the brink of doing numbers like a brain truck. I'm on new level.
Geico Sports Night on SNY.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the show.
Your nightly source for all things New York sports.
And over to the Mets now.
The Knicks looking to make it 2 in a row.
Just wait until you see what actually went down.
With continuous updates on the latest New York sports news.
More reaction to the Jets.
We welcome in our Yankees insider.
Ian, thanks for joining us with the latest.
More on Dave Gettleman and the Giants.
Geico Sports Night. All night, every night, starting at 11 p.m. only in SNY.
Get your New York sports here.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last. Ooh, Venza. Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander, could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, lease a new 2021 RAV4 for just $229 a month. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan with roadside assistance.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, dog food.
Get more to your door with DoorDash.
You're watching golf videos now.
Oh, in fact, I am. Yeah, because I switched to Spectrum Mobile, so I get 5G nationwide, including here.
You think a golf video is going to help with what you're doing?
Oh, no, it's not just a video. I saved a bunch of money when I switched, so I hired a swing coach. Say hi to Brett.
Hey. Well, you tell Brett you just shot a 12 on the last hole.
Who's counting?
Everybody. That's the whole point of golf. Counting.
Brett did tell me that.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile and save, and get 5G nationwide included in every plan. It's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
This is cellulose acetate, a plant-based material that's not only extremely durable, but also quite flexible, making it ideal for Warby Parker glasses, which, by the way, start at $95, including prescription lenses. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com. Oh yeah, about those prescription lenses. Warby Parker glasses come standard with custom-cut polycarbonate lenses that have been treated with scratch-resistant and anti-reflective coatings. Nice. Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
Meet Edwin, lights-out closer for the Mets.
Diaz is coming on to try and save
When
it.
the horns start to blare, batters start to scare.
Struck him out.
Because he's the filthiest closer in the league.
Edwin Diaz strikes out the side. A great escape for Edwin Diaz. High heat from Diaz. Edwin Diaz, 3 strikeouts in the ninth. He struck him out, and the ball game is over.
Watch Edwin Diaz's story continue with the Mets on SNY. Geico Sports Night on SNY.
There's some big news coming out of Brooklyn.
Your nightly source for all things New York sports.
Just wait until you see what actually went down.
Geico Sports Night. All night, every night, starting at 11 p.m. only at SNY. Carton and Roberts on SNY is brought to you by Smart Water Alkaline, proud partner of the New York Mets.
Falls on a Saturday this year.
Yes.
So that'll be a somber day, but also a day to recollect on how important baseball was to New York as we try to overcome the hours and days and weeks after those attacks. We are here on SNY as well, thanking our partner Coke Zero Sugar for providing product to us on Carton and Roberts. Coke Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever, now more delicious. So you got that. I was a couple things. Oh, Evan, I got a present for you. Do you want door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? Now, recognize that of the 3 doors, one of those doors is nothing.
Door number 3.
Door number 3 is nothing.
Oh, I guess I got nothing.
I got nothing.
What a shame. So who gets my present?
Door number 3.
Because I always pick number 3.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You haven't noticed that?
Door number 1 was for my friends at FOCO.
Oh.
New
what do you
York
got?
Jet
T-shirt, shirt. What is that?
Bathing suit.
Oh, nice.
Bathing suit.
But
Nice.
you didn't pick door number 1.
Oh, I don't get it. What a shame.
Is that the onesie?
What's that?
Is that the onesie?
No. We got them the men's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the New York Jet bathing suit from FOCO.
Oh, that's great.
That was door number 1.
So who gets it now that I didn't pick door number 1?
It's a large, so I don't get it. Door number 2 was the New York Met bathing suit. Kind of Hawaiian tropic
Just
style.
in time for the summer to end. Nice.
There you go.
All right.
This, to me, I'm sorry, of all you guys here, this bathing suit reeks of Evan Roberts.
Why is that?
Because look how you're dressed today.
I'm dressed with
the shirt's fantastic.
I'm dressed with a red. What would you describe?
It's the pants you're wearing.
I'm wearing blue bicycle shorts.
Yeah. I'm going to
say bicycle again?
Bicycle shorts.
Those are bicycle shorts.
They're clothes for
basketball. Those are basketball shorts.
Yeah, those are definitely basketball shorts.
Yeah, those are just like Carolina blue basketball shorts.
Basketball shorts.
What's wrong with that?
This, to me, no one else in this building could I see rocking these Met bathing suits.
I'd like both, actually.
So I'm going to give you the Met bathing suit.
I'm a fan of both.
Okay,
I can't have both. You're only giving me Mets.
You a Jet fan,
No. No one else in this room is a Jet fan besides you.
Yeah.
I guess
maybe give him 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, but these won't look good on him. Those will.
They both would look good on me.
These are more athletic-looking bathing suits.
So that's why you don't want to
These are almost like board shorts.
Those have, they have the tie.
Yeah.
That's got, what, the elastic waistband?
That one's like the bennies that go down the shore for the summer on the weekends. Yeah.
Wait, so which one was door number 1?
Door number 1 was the Jets.
Yeah, that would have been my second choice. So I'll take the Jet short.
Well, but we had a rule. You took the wrong door.
You know what's so weird? I went to the Jet game Friday, and I was trying to figure what's the most popular Jet jersey. There is nobody. It is a cavalcade of everybody throughout Jet history.
I want you to have it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I would have to say Revis is the most popular if I had to pick one.
No, active player. It's got to be Zach Wilson.
Active player?
Yeah. It's got to be Zach.
You know who I think it was?
Mackay?
No.
Active player?
It was a smattering. I'd say Marcus May.
Oh,
I saw a bunch of Marcus.
Yeah?
I'm not,
give it time. That'll
but
be
I'll
Zach
make
Wilson.
this up.
Quick.
You know what I saw like 5 of? Not 3, not 2, 5 of? Tim Tebow. And I just don't.
It's my guy.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I was wearing, right?
You
No.
probably Johnny Lamb Jones?
Mo Lewis.
That's yours. Yeah, that's his jersey. It's the Mo Lewis guy.
Damn right.
I would rock a Zach Wilson right now.
The guy's done nothing.
He's my quarterback, Evan.
So is Mark Sanchez.
And
so
by
is
the
Geno
way,
Smith. So is Sam Darnold. You want to keep going?
He's also, I think, the new best-looking guy in the league.
He's past Tom Brady?
I think he may have passed Tom Brady. Yeah.
How about Jimmy Garoppolo? He's pretty good looking.
He is a good-looking dude.
He is
and and he bangs like triple X models.
Yes, he does.
Or like movie stars or something. Yeah,
I think more in the porn
hard
industry.
to blame him. All right, here's CeeLo. What do you got?
Brought to you by Bruni and Campisi Home Comfort and Efficiency Company, serving Westchester, Fairfield, Rockland, and Putnam counties. All right, let's get away from the Mets for a bit.
Thank God.
Last night's Yankee game was pretty boring. There wasn't an extra base hit until the 8th when the A's took the lead for good. They did earn a split of the 4-game series, so 13 straight wins for the Yanks, followed up by consecutive losses. Aaron Boone asked if he had any concerns.
Do you worry at all about any sort of hangover effect?
No. We're in a good. I feel like we're in a really good mental
Hangover
space.
effect?
Good mental space.
A hangover effect from what?
From the winning streak.
The fact that they lost a couple of games?
Yeah,
How about the fact that Tony Kemp against the New York Yankees this season was 8 for 16 with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs?
Makes you wonder.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
And he gets the home run. He goes, I guess they should have walked him.
Yeah, you think?
All right, now earlier in this game, bottom of the 4th, you had bases loaded, 1 out. Jordan Montgomery on the mound in a bit of a jam.
And it's hit on the ground, a short double play ball. Flip it to second one, on to first. It's a double play. A 6-4-3 DP. They got him by an eyelash at first. And Oakland does not score.
So inning over, John goes to commercial break as he normally would, except as it turned out, it wasn't inning over. So when they come back from the break.
Well, forget what I just said about the double play. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. Here's Pinder. I'll explain. The pitch is a strike. Hey, I saw the double play, and the guy called him out. So I went to the commercial break. Now, guess what? Oakland disputed the call. They looked at it, and they called the guy safe. Let's look at it again, Susan, and see if he is safe.
I love this.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait a second. So, obviously, I'm not listening to the radio. We're all watching.
Yeah.
It was a double play in the A's challenge, which is what we're used to.
Yeah.
Did they cut away where John and Susan were watching?
Well, the TV broadcast is that they were going to break, and then they basically killed the break. So wait a second, hang on.
They did not go to break. They were gonna go to break.
And that's why when he saw
assumed
that
were they going to break, it's a double play.
But they came back, which we saw. But John didn't. What,
by
go to the
time
bathroom?
they came back,
John
they
and
were already
Susan were in break.
commercial
They
break.
went, the radio
they
went to break.
I gotcha.
And obviously he was pretty.
I
good.
thought John left. He's like, I'm going to the restroom. I come back.
I mean,
what the hell's
he
going on?
might have.
The best part of the whole thing,
There's
though,
more, though.
is
There's more.
he refers to the umpire as the guy. He refers to the player as some guy or that guy. He has no idea who these people are.
He's pretty upset about it.
There's 1st and 3rd and 2 out, and that's my fault. The 0-1 is swung on, fouled away. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I just decided it among all of us. When the final play occurs on an inning and it's somewhat in doubt, I'm not going to the commercial break. I'm just going to stop and wait to see if they review it.
Okay.
There's nothing else I can do. And if we're late the next inning, well, we're late the next inning. What are you going to do?
I love John.
He's pissed. He's getting angrier and angrier.
It's great.
You've got to.
And I feel for him.
I don't know if you're up for this, and I don't even know if it's great on the air, but for my own enjoyment, can you make a compilation of every time John has gotten mad at not being at games? Like a 5-minute audio collection.
Not between now and 7 o'clock.
No. For next week. For next week. And if it's good, we can play it on the air. If not, it'll be for my own enjoyment. Please put that together. And for everyone else listening, we can tweet it out or something. Please do
I can
that.
get some of them. I don't know if I can get all of them.
And what's a good song to have in the background? Like, is there a good song, Craig, that identifies, like, I'm starting to get worked up, or I'm not going to take it? I'm not going to take it.
Yeah, we're not going to take it.
Whatever it's called. Put a compilation.
You should probably know the name of the song.
The problem is, if you do that, then the lyrics of the song are going to mess with his call.
Don't get a song then. Just get me a collection of John getting pissed. Because C-Mac's right. every day that goes by, it's going up a notch.
Yeah.
He's going to explode.
The one the other day was, it's too bad we don't know. He was like, and that we don't see that. Understand? I like that one too. The understand.
So put it together. Thank you, Sue.
Okay.
Apparently, they're going to do the series at Citi Field.
Nice.
They'll be there in person.
What about the ALDS in Tampa?
It's a good question. I would think they would, but I don't think that's been locked in.
How about
just
the final
yet.
weekend of the regular season? Isn't that in Tampa? Or is
No,
that
it's at Yankee Stadium.
Well,
Yankee
then there you
Stadium.
go.
That's a
Good job
That
by
fixes
me.
that
Good
one.
job by me.
This
knowing the
is
schedule.
why, and I say this again with peace and love, why C-Mac is the diehard Yankee fan I respect, and you're a Ranger fan.
Perhaps we should go to one of those 3
Evan
games.
never makes mistakes.
Big
Very
Mac,
rarely.
You and
Let's
I,
go.
just me and you.
Just me and you?
Just me and you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, you and I should go to one of those games. The only 2 Yankee fans at the radio station.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Mark Malusis is a
Other than
Yankee fan.
Malusis, but I don't think he likes going to games.
Yeah, well, he's working. He's got something going
that's the
on
problem.
usually.
You're a Yankee fan?
Yeah.
Why don't you come with us?
I'd love to come.
All right, so we'll go to one of those 3 games if they're only if they mean something
I
C-Mac,
was just gonna be me
there's
and you.
no shot Craig is going to that game.
No,
just so
I
you know. Just
I
want to
am
give you a heads
going.
up. No shot.
No, the only way I go if the games mean something.
No shot.
If we need them to win the division or the wild
Craig,
card.
let me walk you through this. The last game of the year is a Sunday at 3 o'clock on a football Sunday. Again, no shot, Craig goes. That's number 1. Number 2, game 2 of that series is a Saturday at 1 o'clock. No shot, Craig goes. And number 3, Friday night, unless we're doing the show from Yankee Stadium, which could be fine, no shot, you go. So you've got a 0.0% shot.
Why no shot on the Friday night?
Why not the Friday night?
Because
Why
Craig's
wouldn't I
not
go?
going on a Friday night to Yankee Stadium.
I just went to Citi Field on a Friday night.
Yeah, and you
It was
bitched
a
about
Thursday,
it the
but it was
entire
like
time.
it was
I
like
did
a
not-
Friday.
I did not bitch
You
about
needed
it.
free food and a suite to be convinced to go.
Well, that's not. I mean, that comes. That I assume that's going to be included in order for him to get.
we're not going to sit in the
there
other
will be
deck.
demands.
No, we're going to sit with the owner.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Yeah.
with the owner.
See?
With the owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You
get
guys
the
want in on that or
$15
no?
shrimp,
Yes.
the $12
Well,
shrimp.
they don't have $12 shrimp there. Sorry, Big Mac.
It's all right. City Field didn't have it either.
They have lobster rolls, though.
C-Mac, do me a
City Field
favor.
had very
And this is for you.
average-looking shrimp.
Do me a
was
favor. This is for you. August 30th,
Yeah.
5:30 p.m. It's easy to remember. No shot. I'm telling you, with peace and love, no shot. Craig goes to this game with you.
Poke the bear enough, he'll make it happen.
That's
why he's doing
That's what I'm hoping, yeah.
No shot.
Yep.
Okay.
Prove me wrong.
What's the date of this game?
October 3, October 2, October 1.
October?
October.
You went a little out of order, too.
October,
October 3, October 2, October 1.
October 1,
October.
October 2, and October 3. Is it 3 o'clock on Sunday? No shot.
No shot in there
That's
because
the
I'm watching
times.
football.
1 o'clock on Saturday, very little shot.
Friday
and
night.
so really it comes down to Friday night, October 1st.
There's a better shot of Saturday, to be honest.
No way.
Yeah, because my kid plays football Friday nights. He doesn't play on Saturdays.
Friday Night Lights.
So, yeah, although I'm not going to get to go to any of his games.
C-Mac, I got you.
Yeah.
When he lets you down, when Dad lets you down, Stepdad will help you out. Don't you worry. I'll hook you up.
I got you.
Thank you, guys.
You got it.
October.
I don't like it when you play me against each other. I don't like that.
Boy.
I don't, yeah.
Go ahead.
Corey Kluber's back tonight from the IL. We'll see if he can get through 4. He
So what's the
struggled to do
plan?
that in
Andrew
his-
Haney's going to back him up?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I had not heard that, but it would make sense.
Well, you're right. Kluber is going to go 2-3 innings.
Right.
And you figure Andrew Haney, who's just, he'll come in right after.
Against his former team.
Yep, yes, his former
Knows
team.
him well. Pre-game on the Fan, 8:55. You got Tyone and Ohtani tomorrow night. Garrett Cole will pitch Wednesday's finale. Then the Yanks are back home. Off day Thursday. 3 with
Very-
the Orioles.
Very quietly,
Orioles
because
of
we
the
haven't
weekend.
talked about it. Maybe others have.
October.
Kyle Higashioka's back to being his personal catcher. It's like 5 straight starts.
Yeah, and he shook him off a bunch of times in the last start, too. They were not on the same page at all in his last start.
Bring
they
back
won the
Gary?
game, but they were not on the same page at all the entire game.
6 shutout innings,
back
9 strikeouts.
Gary. No, I mean, just we're back into that same rhythm. And when we get to the postseason, that wild card game, we all figure Garrett Cole's going to pitch. Are they going to feel comfortable going back to Gary? It's been, I think, 5 straight starts of Kyle Higashioka.
Yeah. Jets made this trade for Shaq Lawson with the Texans, a 6th-rounder, so they replaced Carl Lawson with Shaq Lawson, formerly of the Dolphins and the Bills. He was with Buffalo a couple years ago. Current Jet Connor McGovern was with the Broncos at the time, and they had a post-game on-field beef after Lawson's Bills beat McGovern's Broncos back in November of 2019.
You remember my name? I got 2 sacks on your I got 2 sacks on your. You remember me now? You remember me now? That's all I wanted to say to him.
So McGovern claimed he did no loss, and he gets a couple of sacks. They win the game. He's feeling himself, all well and good. So that video has obviously resurfaced since the trade.
I love it. And they've both acknowledged, listen, heat of the battle.
Yes.
We're teammates now. We're good.
I think C.J. Mosley.
I was just scrolling on Instagram. I saw a flashback of McGovern and him talking like after the game. I was like, oh well, I guess we got him now. So the team chemistry going to be real high.
So there you go.
Isn't it great hearing how much the Jets love each other?
Yeah.
And then you got the Mets. Then you got the split on if we should boo fans or not. I mean, what a world. Thank God the Jets and the Giants and football's back in a week and a half. I am words cannot describe
we'll
my
see how long
excitement.
that lasts.
Well, it may only last a week or two, but I'm glad it's coming back. There's hope. Even though Craig's nuts to think the Jets can win 10 games, I do love going into that season with at least that dream of, hey, you never know. So let's go.
10-7.
No shot.
Okay. One of us is negative, one's positive. That's all.
I'm realistic, but I'm
Jets
still
10-7?
for the season.
Jets 10-7?
Yeah.
Or what are the Giants?
Giants flounder on 8-9. Did you see anything you liked yesterday? And the best player got hurt.
As you,
Evan Ingram is not their best player. You got to stop with that
walked out
garbage.
with a calf
He's not
injury.
the best player.
He's going to take him on your fantasy team,
As
guys.
usual,
He's out.
I saw portions of things that I liked from the quarterback.
You like the fact that he moved the ball down the field. He throws that little
beautiful touchdown pass.
Daniel Jones did not play a terrible game outside of a mind-numbingly awful decision in the red zone, which is concerning.
That's him in a nutshell.
And that should be acknowledged, and that is him in a nutshell. But outside of that, if you watch the game, he wasn't bad. And remember, he's without some of his best weapons.
Yes.
Like the Giants' best offensive player, Saquon Barkley, or his second-best offensive player in Kenny Golladay. Like, they're not there.
You want to hear a funny sports story that none of you are aware of today?
Of course.
And it comes during the time of great tragedy. Go
ahead.
How am I supposed to know you know the story?
Literally on my list.
You
but
have
you
it?
go ahead.
Well,
no,
I
you go
brought
ahead.
it
You
up, so
have
I
it
get
right
to
in
tell
front of
it.
you. Go ahead.
I was joking. So, this Hurricane Ida is wreaking havoc in the New Orleans area. So much so that it demolished Tulane. All those kids are displaced right now. Can't be at
It's
school
like a
a little
million
bit, right?
people without power.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And without water, too.
Why you never want to live there is beyond me, since this happens every year. But it's a terrible situation, right? So as you might expect, people kind of bum rush the local supermarkets to get all the staples they think they're going to need while their power's out, much like we would do here. So if you go to the snack aisle at this one particular supermarket down in New Orleans, the entire shelf, from start to finish, the whole aisle, is completely bare. People have taken every chip known to mankind. There's only one thing left in this one aisle. And I'm not, this video to back it up.
Yes. You going to make it through?
Hold on.
You all right over there?
Too many
I was thinking
chips.
a combo.
Combos.
There's video to back up what I'm saying, Evan, okay? So you have to imagine a supermarket. The entire aisle's bare, but there's one product and there's plenty of that product left should you need chips while you're battling the power outage.
You would have bought them.
It's the Anthony Davis Ruffles.
You got to respect that loyalty
So
to his
here are
hating
people-
Anthony Davis.
Major props.
Major hurricane,
Yes.
flooding, power outages, worried about their lives. Like, legitimately, this is no joke. People are dying. So they take everything out of the store.
But ate these Ruffles.
They refuse to stock their shelves with Anthony Davis
There is
Ruffles.
something I deeply respect about
pride
that.
and principles.
Absolutely.
Right there. 100%.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, we have a friend who has a daughter at Tulane who's going to be a freshman. And literally they've been there for like a week, not even. And they all had to go.
Yeah.
Evacuated, I guess, the whole school. And the
Scary
school's like
as hell, man.
underwater.
Seeing some of these
Crazy.
videos of what's going on down there are horrific. And like you said, place is going to be without power for weeks.
Yeah,
maybe longer.
Something I forget the name of what it was that provides. Basically, like fell into the water and was destroyed. So that's part of why there's this massive
New
power
Orleans
outage.
is a gorgeous city.
I disagree.
But you're right. No, it is. It's a gorgeous city. I love it. I love visiting it. It's historic. It's got everything. Historical, whatever you want to say.
It's fun.
It's not a dump. It's fun.
New Orleans?
But
Yeah, New
there are
Orleans is great.
certain places I would not live at because of
Certain
these
parts of
risks. Like the entire state of California, too, because of earthquakes. I'm deathly afraid of earthquakes.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned that last week when you asked, what are you irrationally afraid of?
See, that's
That's a
really-
rational
That's not
fear, though.
irrational. Yeah.
It is here. If you live in New York, it is.
No,
A fear of earthquakes?
No, but he just said he wouldn't live in California.
Yeah,
because
well,
of-
would you?
No,
No.
we're supporting you.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. That's a perfectly rational fear.
We're backing you up.
Earthquakes are something to be fearful of.
So I'm not irrational.
Yes,
That's what we're saying.
guys. I appreciate it.
But the problem was he said an irrational fear.
right.
So our point was that wouldn't have worked.
See,
it's not
that's
irrational.
why I didn't use it last week when you asked me.
That's why.
You're welcome.
So yes, to
I mean,
say
it's
I don't want to live in New
irrational
York.
to be afraid of earthquakes while living in New York.
No, but he said he wouldn't want to live in California.
Who
because-
invited him to?
But think about this, though. Even in California, it's sort of irrational from this regard. It rarely happens. Like, to Craig's point, these hurricanes, they hit every year.
Well, the
It's scary
wildfires
as all
become
hell.
more prominent.
Right.
Yeah.
Earthquake. When was the last big earthquake in California?
I feel like there was one not
Big
that
Yeah, I
long
think it was
ago.
recently.
Death and destruction esque
Well,
earthquake.
All right.
Okay, 1989, really. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I could be. Correct me if I am.
Let me see. Can I Google that? Death
Anything
and
else you know or
destruction.
no?
There's nothing to add after that.
That's it? You're going to end it on that note?
You stole my Anthony Davis story. He was about to steal my C.J. Mosley cut. I mean, you guys are just you
know what?
You just want to jump
I
everything
knew
today.
the Anthony
No
Davis
patience.
story, but to make Craig and CeeLo look good, I kept my mouth shut.
God,
What's
great.
What's the Anthony Davis story, CeeLo?
The one that you just did.
Okay. I mean, you have audio or something from it?
I was going to tell the story the way you just told it.
Do you think you tell a story as good as Craig does,
Of course
though?
not, but I didn't know if he
There
was
you go.
aware of it, so I was going to bring it to you.
I literally only became aware of it during your update while I was reading other
Shocker.
things.
I should tell you. By the way, I'm not sure if you saw this over the weekend. Here you go. You ready? I haven't seen the video yet, but there is I know Evan mentioned Lindor's at the U.S. Open today.
Yeah.
So he was signing autographs, and one Met fan recommended thumbs up from now on, to which he smiled and obliged by flashing a thumbs up. So good job by Lindor out there at the National Tennis
He's
Center
going
today.
to, I'm very, very confident that Lindor and Baez, maybe not together, are basically going to mea culpa this thing. Now, I don't know if that's going to work.
I think
but
it's going to be
to.
twofold. I think it's going to be some sort of apology in connection with the new explanation, which was what kind of Trevor Mays put out.
You know what Lindor's got to do? Sometimes being real is the best answer. I think Lindor's got to meet the media and say, look, I've been sensitive. The booing gets to me. And what I've got to do is I've got to be better, not just on the field, but I got to realize I can't let this get to me. I know you guys care about us winning. That's all you're doing it for. So my apologies. This has been new for me. I've got to grow from it, and I promise to be better. If you give an answer where you admit, yes, I've been sensitive to the booing, and I got to get better, I think if you're Lindor, you got a chance to fix this.
I agree. Listen, we have short memories. If he comes down and goes 3 for 4 tomorrow night and they win a game, guess what? Standing ovation on the home run. So I do think that if there is something that can be said that puts a lot of people at ease. They're getting booed tomorrow night and afternoon for their first appearances. You know, maybe more in the afternoon, or at night rather, because there's more people there. But they have to know, I assume they do, that when they first step on the field tomorrow, they are going to be met with boos. Now, they can change that either through their words, possibly, but the easiest way is to go out there and get 3 hits.
Yeah, but the hitting part, look, that's the cure-all, but
course.
it's always going to come back when you start to struggle again because baseball is a game of failure let's boo Lindor. I think it is important for him to admit that he's been sensitive about this.
I think they need a new horse. A new home run horse.
That's the fix.
Or Donnie Diesel.
That thing vanished quickly.
Yeah,
by the
because
way.
they suck.
No, but even I feel like it was there for a
No,
day
but what
or
happened
two.
was it was there. They had like 2-3 games where they hit a bunch of home runs. It's all good. And then they went into that tailspin.
Yeah, think about it, CeeLo.
And listen, no one wants to see you having home run horses or the world,
You're in the
belts
midst
when
of
you
a
suck.
road trip that was horrific.
No, I know that.
Can you really whip out a home run horse when you're 1-7 on a trip? You know what I mean? Like, it's tough.
I get that, but that didn't. They didn't
Dude,
just all of a sudden
why do you
magically
think
become 1-7.
Donnie Diesel's disappeared again for a long time this time because no one wants to hear this. And the actor they paid and hired to be the actual real life Donnie Diesel when you're going 2-11, no one wants to hear it because it's not fun. When you're winning, everything's fun. Look at the Yankees. The Yankees went from no soul to being the most soulful team on the planet, having fun.
They're the most soulful team on the planet?
Yeah.
Are those your words now?
The most soulful team on the planet. They got the Italian Stallions. Yeah. Could you remember, by the way, in May, could you have ever conceived the New York Yankees actually printing Italian Stallion shirts?
No, I'd be surprised by that. I'm really intrigued by how Craig's going to handle October 10th. And what I mean by that is...
What's that?
The inevitable Yankees flame out in the postseason discussion. Like, Are you going to go scorched earth on everybody, or are you going to say, hey, this was a fun season?
I don't think they're going to bow out in October 10th. Okay. Is that the wild card game?
No, I just picked a random date.
Yeah, no, I don't see it happening, Evan. I told you I'm going to be on November 4th.
Unfortunately, Evan has reached the inevitable part of his Mets fandom.
What's that?
Where the season is now over and he has to lash out and attack the Yankees and make assumptions about what flaming out in postseason. He's got his team falling apart. They were in first place. Everything was great. In 2 weeks now, they hate the fan base. They can't win a game. And so what does he have to do? He has to lash out at the hottest team in baseball, the New York Yankees.
This has nothing to do with you. Are you listening to your catalyst, Craig, talk about the Yankees? We're the most soulful team in baseball with this or that. He brings this upon himself. Yeah. This isn't you. You've done nothing wrong. In fact, I apologize for the shrapnel you face.
It's about you.
No, it's not.
It's about you.
It's not about me.
It's about you and what you need to do, and you needed to do that. The way he can't say soulful, can he?
No,
he was getting blamed for the worst Yankees season in 25 years.
No,
and they've turned it around, and he's finally getting to enjoy a baseball season because he's made the smartest decision possibly of his life to switch to becoming a Yankee fan and allow him to call them soulful for a minute without needing to throw the jabs right back at us.
After burying him the way he did for months, I think Craig needs to be humble until playoff time. That's what I think you need to do, and you make yourself a target when you talk, the most soulful team in baseball. Oh, my God. I'm just curious what the discussion will sound like about a month and 12 days from now.
Well, we can wait till that happens because like I told you when we started the show back in November, I live in the moment now. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Yesterday's a history. I can only live for right now. And in the moment, I'm going to enjoy the hottest team in baseball, the most soulful team in baseball. If that should change 3 weeks from now, I'll deal with it. But in the moment, I'm going to enjoy myself. You know, I'm going to go home. I'm going to make myself an Italian sub.
Shocker.
I'm going to put oil and vinegar on it and prosciutto and homemade mozzarella. I'm going to enjoy myself.
Which is your favorite of the salted cured meats?
Prosciutto. Yeah, it's not even close. Prosciutto number 1.
Are you going?
Gabagool number 2.
Very
Are
sensual.
you going to, as a diehard Yankee fan, as a diehard Yankee fan who now does afternoons, not mornings, I assume that means you're going to be up till 1 a.m. watching your boys tonight, right?
Damn right.
Damn right.
Who do they play tonight?
The Angels.
He's still on the West
He's
Coast.
Save his energy for Otani tomorrow.
It's enough with these West Coast games.
And to be fair, though, they've started it 2 minutes earlier tonight. It's 9:38.
Yeah.
So that should it helps a little bit.
And Wednesday is a 7 o'clock game.
Who do they play Wednesday? They're
Angels.
still out there?
Yes.
3 more games.
Come home. I miss you.
Thursday.
It's crazy. There's too many of these West Coast games for my liking. Yeah. I stayed up to watch the Mets collapse. I'll watch the Yankees win.
You never stayed up for the Met collapse.
I saw every inning of that Met collapse.
No way you were staying up on the West Coast.
I couldn't wait to see the Mets collapse. But now the Yankees are must-see TV. Even when they lose, got to watch them.
I know.
What time will that game end tonight?
I'd
be in
say
La La Land.
about close to 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Because if it's over a 3-hour game, you're close to 1.
You either make the commitment or you don't have it.
Well, I'm making the commitment. I'm even a Yankee fan.
I'm a fan. Fan first. I
guarantee, like many ways, I'm going to outlast you tonight.
Very good chance for me when my alarm goes off at 2 o'clock. That game's still going.
Why would your alarm go off at 2 o'clock?
Because I would come back and work the mornings tomorrow.
They're not working tomorrow?
They're off all week.
They're off all week.
Who's off all week?
The morning show.
Oh, they are?
And Eddie.
Oh, that's why he was talking tough on Twitter?
And Al.
Because you didn't have to answer the bell today?
Oh, boy.
Is that the deal?
Who was talking tough on Twitter?
Gio said any Met fan that buys another ticket to a game this year is an a-hole.
I walked us right into another one here.
I am a gigantic.
No, he didn't say a-hole. A moron.
Yeah,
he said they were morons.
Moron.
Effing morons.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. He said if you support your team, you're an effing moron. So, but you don't have to answer that because you're off. That's smart, though. That's like, a lot of guys do that. It's like the post and ghost thing. Mm-hmm. You post something, and you never go back to see how people react to it. I like that. I never do that. No, I read everything.
You tweet and read everything?
Yeah, I read everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you and Trevor May, big response guys on Twitter.
Right? Yeah. I read everything.
Hey, no, but I thought that was important because we got answers from Trevor May.
Once again,
believe it or not, he gave answers.
I'm not knocking. I'm saying he and Craig are two
and I
birds
respect
of a feather.
that Trevor May has furthered this as opposed to hiding from all of this. Like, he's answered, whether we agree or not, he's talked about it instead of letting us all just as fans and just go nuts for 24 hours. So I give him credit for that.
Yeah, listen, he's the only man I know that's actually actively trying to, engage with fans, knowing that there's going to be people who are upset because he's a part of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I give him credit for that. The worst thing you can do is hide.
You mean Francisco Lindor?
No,
is that what you're saying?
Lindor is interesting to me.
U.S. Open signing autographs.
The fact that Lindor is at a New York event, I applaud that.
Yeah, but
He's there with his little baby daughter.
Yesterday.
Hold on.
He let Javier Baez go out and explain everything, and Lindor, who has become the face of the team, said nothing.
Hang on a second, though. In this day and age, the locker room's not open. They get Baez on the post-game Zoom because he hit the big home run, right?
I think the Mets pick who from the game is going to be available.
Hold on a second.
The media, I'm sure, makes a
Yeah,
request,
but
and then the Mets
once
can...
Francisco sees what his buddy said, you don't think Lindor should say,
hold on, time out on
this.
We don't know when Lindor found out Baez said it.
Oh, we found out, 2 o'clock in the morning?
I don't know.
No idea about it?
I don't know.
Where do you want him to go to make the statement? Where do you want him to go?
Anywhere.
Release a statement with Sandy Alderson?
And you even agree with it. He is the guy who seems to be behind that.
Why don't we just call him and have him on the show?
We should. I told Loogie to call the Mets like 3 hours ago.
I don't disagree, but I'm assuming tomorrow when they reconvene, he will address it. That would be my guess.
Well, I think he should be a culprit, but we'll see. But as of now, it's been almost 24 hours since this story occurred. It's been longer than 24 hours. Yeah. We haven't heard from the face of the team.
They're off today.
Again, we're going to go in circles. The point is we disagree. I'm not going to go in circles.
Fair enough. Well, we're going to find out tomorrow because he will speak tomorrow. They have to. Alonso's going to have to talk tomorrow, too. And they're home. 877-337-6666. There is something we all agree on. And while it seems like these days it's not much, I'm a unifier of men. It's what I try to do every day of the week. I try to get CeeLo and Evan on the same page. I fail miserably at times.
Failure.
But here's why I have done my job. Pumpkin lovers love Dunkin' Donuts. This fall, there's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love. At Dunkin', brand new ways to enjoy the flavor of the season, like new pumpkin cream cold brew, smooth, bold cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, made with cinnamon and nutmeg spices. Or maybe you guys will toast to the delicious fall classic, the pumpkin spice signature latte. Rich espresso, topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and cinnamon sugar. It's a dream come true for guys like you, Evan.
Well, it's part of why this time of year is my favorite, because the pumpkin is coming back, and it's coming back at Dunkin'. So get ready for this fall season with a $3 medium pumpkin cream cold brew or pumpkin spice signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply. Valid on pumpkin spice signature latte only and all cold foam cold brew. Grubhub is by...
Carton and Roberts on SNY is brought to you by Dunkin'. Sip until fall with a $3 medium pumpkin cream cold brew or pumpkin spice signature latte at Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Valid on pumpkin spice signature latte only and all cold foam cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'.
If there's ever a summer to get away, this is it. And the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is here to make it happen. Secure your deal and head to your Hyundai dealer today, where new vehicles are arriving daily, and get away with summer-only savings on all models. This is your summer to get away with it all. Hey, it's your journey. Own it.
Lease an Elantra for $139 a month, or get an Elantra or Sonata for 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry in.
My routine keeps me strong, physically and mentally. But sometimes it's the little things, like hydration, that help me stay on top of my game. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay active with Smart Water Alkaline.
Caleb Gardner tweeted, "Can someone please explain Untuck It to me? I just don't understand the positioning. Shirts designed to be worn untucked have existed for a long, long time. Mr. Gardner, respectfully, there's a difference between a shirt that can be worn untucked and a shirt designed to be worn untucked. You could use a leaf blower as a hairdryer.
You can use a shoe as a pillow. But wouldn't you rather have something designed specifically for what you need it for?
Find your shirt today at untuckit.com.
These fudge brownie M&Ms are really fudgy.
Yes, they are.
To put a fudge brownie center in an M&M's is...
Genius. I know.
I was going to say hard.
Why won't you?
Why won't you go in?
Fudge brownie M&Ms.
1877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car at carsforkids.org. That's Cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Car Crush.
Such a beautiful and powerful machine is meant to be enjoyed. But please be careful out there. Unfortunately, many drivers are careless when it comes to sharing the road with motorcycles. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, call Salino Law.
Call Salino. Car crash. Call Salino. 800-555-5555.
Meet Brandon, always hustling outfielder for the Mets.
He made the catch. Oh, wow.
When the team needs some fire,
Brandon Nimmo delivers.
Brandon lights the match.
Not in time.
Because he's the catalyst of this Mets lineup.
Nimmo pulls it at second base with a well-struck double. Fourth RBI in the game for Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo with a line drive, 3-run homer. Brandon Nimmo with the icing on the cake.
Watch Brandon Nimmo's story continue with the Mets on SNY.
Competition. I can't live like the opposition. Living everything I dreamed of. Doing everything you think of. The way I work, I'm on the brink of. Doing numbers like a brain truck. I'm on new level.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Thanks, I'm here for a great deal.
Great deals are kind of our thing. You can save on the 2021s while they last, like Camry, Venza, Corolla.
Watching them come and go is really getting to my neck.
Occupational hazard this time of year. Gotta keep it loose.
You can lease a new 2022 Corolla for just $159 a month, or lease a new 2022 Corolla Hybrid for just $159 a month. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
It all ends September 7th.
Toyota, let's go places.
I just want a genuine guy, someone who can handle themselves. I want experimental. I just want a guy who doesn't worry about silly things, like underwear. Bird dog shorts have the underwear built in. Maybe I just need a guy who wears bird dogs.
I have bird dogs.
Ugh, sorry.
So glad you're okay, Sergeant Houston. This is Sam with USAA. Do you see the tow truck?
Yes, thank you. That was fast.
Sergeant Houston never expected this to happen, or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a tow and rental, paid her claim, and we even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make things right. That's what we're made for. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
At Northwell, we fix the most hearts in New York. So we see too much of this. And you'd rather have more of this. We want less this. You want more this. Get your heart checked. So we can both get what we want. When we raise heart health, we raise everyone. Northwell, raise health.
.866-540-WFA and your chance to win. It's all from Jersey Mike's, the official sub-sandwich shop of the New York Yankees box office blitz.
SNY's out. Peace out to you guys. See you again tomorrow. They got baseball night in New York coming up. No Met game tonight, however, and that's courtesy of Grubhub. Thank you. I'm just.
Stay tuned to save $10 on Tax Shaver.
For a close shave, you need to get a razor and lather up. For a quick shave on the go, you need to settle for an electric. But what if you really want both? Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Designed with the needs of our military in mind, Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. That's right, the Tax Shaver is completely waterproof. In fact, you could even use a Tax Shaver underwater and still get a great shave. Navy guys, Tax Shaver is small and compact, so it slips easily into any pocket. Yet it also has 3 powerful rotary heads that can easily take on even the coarsest hair. To prove it, I'm gonna do something I never do. Shave. As you can see, it easily handled even my stubborn stubble. Now that's what I call military top. So let's review. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, features a built-in trimmer, works wet or dry, even underwater, and has 3 powerful shaving heads. I mean, there's just nothing like it on the market today.
Tax Shaver is $29.99, but act now and we'll take $10 off, so you get it for just $19.99, and shipping is free. But wait, call or click today and you can get a second Tax Shaver. Just pay a separate fee. Tax Shaver is the only shaver that features genuine Bell & Howell precision and quality, and is backed by our 10-year warranty. You can get 2 Bell & Howell Tax Shavers with this special TV offer. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-515-8897 or go to TaxShaver.com. Again, that's 1-800-515-8897 or order online at TaxShaver.com.
This is Baseball Night in New York, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers.
Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Doug Williams alongside Anthony Recker, Sal Licata, and Jim Duquette will join us shortly. That was some weekend. What happened? It's never dull. For better or for worse. It's just never boring around here. So let's take the lead with another day in Mets land. Javy Baez hit a Cespedes-like homer yesterday. Just absolutely crushed. The Mets won their second consecutive game. They took the series against the Nats. No one's talking about They're talking about that. The thumbs down after the home run. That created a dialogue about it post-game. Let's listen.
Just the booze that we get. You know, we're not machines. We're gonna struggle. You know, we're gonna struggle 7 times out of 10, and you know, it just feels bad when we strike out. When I strike out and I get booed. You know, it doesn't really get to me, but like I want to let them know that when we success, we're gonna do the same thing to know how to let them know how it feels. You know, because if we win together, then we gotta lose together. You know, and the fans are really big part of it. So, in my case, they gotta be better. You know, I play for the fans and I love the fans, but you know if they're gonna do that, they just putting more pressures on the team, and that's not what we want.
So is that a thumbs down to fans then?
Yeah. I mean, to let them know that when we don't get success, we're gonna get booed. So they're gonna get booed when we success.
And is that something you came up with? Because I've noticed it's sort of caught on with a lot of players.